Okay, so welcome to the um, meeting today. It's Sunday, March 25th. It's at 8 o'clock, a little bit past 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And those of you who've shown up are showing that you're serious about your business. And those of you who are going to watch the replay, inshallah, you're serious too. Maybe you had some reason why you couldn't join. But also, in the meantime, could you go ahead and just tag some people in the group who are not here and see if they can join? Just, you know how to do that, right?
Yeah.
Thanks. Just in case they are gonna do that, and then that will help them remember. Okay, so today
tag them on the OIM chat.
That's fine, or do whatever you want, but let them know. Yeah. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about strategy, about leadership, about vision, and whatever you need, we'll go over it. So, as you already know, I reached to 4A level, okay? It took me a year. And in retrospective, I think it shouldn't have taken me a year, okay? It shouldn't take any one of us a year to get 20 sales effectively. I got actually 21 sales, okay? And on my 21st, or rather 22nd sale, I went ahead and opened up my second, I opened up my 4A lane with my second Ukon. Hisham, let me know if you don't get this, and I will help you understand, okay? So,
okay.
Yeah. The way to get to 4A is you have to get 2 direct sales from the very beginning, so you can get to 2A, and then from then on you can leverage your team. You can have indirect sales or direct sales until you get to 3A. That's 10 sales, and once you have 10 sales, then you are eligible to open up your 3A lane with your 11th sale, and then you need 10 more sales in your 3A lane for you to get 20 sales, and then you're eligible to open up your 4A lane. And we generally will advise people to go ahead and get another position within Enagic in their 4A lane, which means, and when I say position, that means like get another product, so that you can build underneath yourself from the 4A lane. Because if you do that, it actually takes 20 sales to be eligible to build a 4 up under a 4A lane. Then, Assalamu alaikum Taslima. Is Michael going to be at work? Probably, right? She's still muted. Well, if you can unmute yourself, Taslima, and you can just reply, that'd be great. So it takes 20 sales. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us? Can you nod? Okay. Whenever you can hear us and you can speak or whatever, just go ahead and say something to Stima.
Hi, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. So is Michael going to be at work today?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I was saying is, to get to 4A, you have to get your 2 direct sales for you to be eligible to open up your 2A lane. You open up your 2A lane on your 3rd sale, okay? Then you'll make an additional 8 sales within your 2A lane, which will be a combination of 10 sales in total for you to be eligible to open up your 3A lane. You open up your 3A lane with another sale, your 11th sale. From 11 all the way to 20 sales, that's your 3A lane. And then you're eligible to open up your 4A lane. And what we usually recommend is in your 4A lane, you will purchase a new product for yourself, because then you can start building your business underneath your new product. So your original product is now 4A, okay? And then you're building underneath your new product, which we usually would suggest it be an Ukon, but it could be anything you want. Because if you already have an Ukon, that is. Okay, so if you didn't get an Anespa, or if you didn't get a K8, or you want to get one for your loved ones, then you can buy another machine in your name, and inside of your 4A lane. And now your sponsoring product, which is also yours, is 4A, and then your new product, you're going to start building it up to 4A. How many sales do you need to get to 4A? You need 20 sales. So in total, you needed 20, then 21 to get your new product. So 21 sales at first, and then your new product needs 21 sales again, right? So it can kind of get in the same position. And so when your new product reaches 4A, and then it makes a sale, it's going to be able to consume all 8 points. So you're going to be able to consume all 8 points, because your new product has gotten 4 commission points, and your old product's getting 4 commission points. So you're taking all 8 points, okay? And that will happen within like 42 sales, okay? 42nd sale will be you're taking all the commission points, and you're not even 6A yet, okay? You're actually not even 5A yet, okay? Your initial product wouldn't even be 5A at that point, okay? But you're still taking all commission points. That's called the 4x4 hack, okay? So, Taslima, I tried to repeat, but it looks like you were off, so just watch the replay about that if you want to.
So sorry about
All
that.
right, that's okay. So, I would like for every one of us to be able to reach that 4x4 hack before the end of their first anniversary, okay? So that's 42 sales. And to be honest, I would love for us to reach there, every one of us, to reach there before the end of their half-year anniversary. And let me just share with you what you should do to do that. I want you guys to understand that what you have here is an amazing business. It's an amazing company. The products are amazing. And the opportunity is literally, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. And so definitely understand that and put that to your heart. And when you get the products, use them and love them, and put that in your heart, and believe in what you're doing. Believe in this this company, believe in this business, because when you do believe in it, you're going to put the action that's going to be required for you to be successful. But if you don't believe in what you're doing, then that's not going to happen, and you're not going to see results. Okay, so in case somebody tells you, oh man, you just got involved in something that isn't honorable, I'd like you to understand that that's their opinion, but that's not the case. That's not true. Okay, this is a very legitimate, very honorable company. It's a direct sales. Yes, it's multi-level marketing, and that people say that when they tell you no, we're not MLM, they're talking about from DGL's perspective. From DGL's perspective, it's not MLM. Okay, DGL is a single referral commission, but we do take advantage of a multi-level marketing company, which is it doesn't matter what it is. Like, it's different from other multi-level marketing companies because of our 8 commission point structure. or sorry, yeah, 8 commission point structure, and the 6A, or rather the 6 lanes that we have, that's completely different from all the others. That's a patented commission plan. But in the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter what you label it, okay? It is a legitimate company, and we're not taking advantage of anyone, okay? So in case that you come across some opinions like that, you can brush them aside, knowing that what you're doing is very honorable and that we're actually helping change people's lives. So in the beginning, some of you might have joined because you're looking for something for yourself. And honestly, I did too. But the fact is that this business is so much more than us. It's really not even about us. And you'll find that out when you get in and you realize how much you can actually affect other people's lives through helping them start their own business. But not just that, helping them get access to some of these great products. You know, if you look into the health aspects, you will understand that these products are actually very beneficial for people, okay? So that's something I wanted to touch on because when I started, I struggled. I struggled to really believe in the company because I encountered some of my loved ones who they had brought a lot of they brought a lot of negativity, and they made me doubt what I was doing. And although I pulled through, it took a lot of time from me before I could really become successful, before I really became really invested, or mentally and emotionally invested in the business. I had invested a lot. You know, the trifecta is literally 11 grand at the end of by the end of the year, it's 11 grand. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that, Rafael, you have to add in the Ukon renewals, right? And so, but alhamdulillah, like that, for me, money wasn't the issue. It was a matter of, I was trying to get my free time. And I was doubting what I was doing. So that was like something that it really held me back. And for probably the first 6 months, I didn't make anything. That's right. I didn't make anything in the first 6 months. And that's because I didn't really believe in what I was doing. And I didn't really follow exactly the teaching. And I didn't try my hardest, you know, I didn't. But I will tell you one thing. I changed my mindset. I literally changed my mindset. And that was the thing that changed my business. So I want you guys to change your mindset right now. And I have added you, or rather I tried to add you guys, but then something happened with my phone. I've linked in the OIM group a link to the Accelerating Abundance group by Christy and Clint Ord. If you can click on that now, if you can't get to it, then I believe you can remove the last part of the URL. Let me just go to Facebook right now and click on that link. I added that at early in the morning, 3:43 a.m. If you click on it, it'll take you to actually something in the group, but let me just remove the last part of it so that if you click on everything before that word permalink, it should take you to the actual group. It's a closed group. It's not secret, so you can request access. So go ahead and request access. So so if you I'll just copy that part and I'll send it to you one more time. So everyone, click and join here. So I don't know what these guys are going to say. SubhanAllah, I just saw them at like 700 members literally 5 hours ago, and now they're at 1,200 members of that group. And that's because these guys, Clint and Christy, they're in Australia, and they literally have the rags to riches story. I don't remember how long it took them to get to wherever they are now, but they're, I believe, way past 6A, and they have done it, according to them, just with internal change. Obviously, internal is going to become manifest outside. But let me explain to you what that means. It's just like I was talking about myself. If you're not believing in what you're doing, then you're not going to take the right actions. But you have to change internally for you to realize that this is something great. This is something amazing. You can take advantage of this. You can help other people. You can help yourselves. It's like a win-win situation. I always explained it as a win-win-win situation. Win for the distributor because we get a commission. Win for the customer because they get a great product, and win for the company Enagic because they get a customer that they didn't have otherwise. Okay, and here's the thing, guys. Change your mindset, change your water, change your life. Okay, Hisham, I know you got the Ukon. Go ahead and take it. Take it personally. Like really swallow those pills. If you're gonna get the tea, we got the combination for you, Hashem. So go ahead and utilize the supplements, utilize the soap and the tea, drink the tea. This antioxidants, I think Rafa can probably touch on that because he's a specialist in, chemical engineering, right? Rafa, nod, whatever. Yeah, he's PhD in chemical engineering, and he's really interested in the products and their effects and stuff like that. Plus, he's Bengali, and I'm sure they already use turmeric in his culture, right? So I heard, actually, before I came into this business, I heard from a holistic doctor, holistic medicine doctor, that I should take turmeric. And I never really did anything about that advice until I came into this business, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that it was suggested to me that I should be taking it. So take the products and be proud to take the products and share the products. Share water with other people. And I know that within this community, within the Enagic community, one of the biggest things that they do is they share the water with other people. And that's just so that they can understand, this is really beneficial. I can testify that the water tastes different, tastes better for me. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, because I paid $5,000 for a water machine. I'm saying that because it's true. It really tastes different and better for me. Also, I can also testify that when I use the alkalized water for tea, it definitely allows my tea to be distributed in my water much faster and much easier, and I can have more taste of the tea. Even if I were to put it in cold water, not just hot water. And this is alkalized water. So really, guys, focus on loving your business, loving what we have going on here, loving this community. Be emotionally involved. Really be emotionally involved. Don't just take this as a hobby or maybe something that will work out for you. If you do that, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Okay, so take it 100% seriously. And I'm not going to tell you eat, sleep, and drink Enagic and like sacrifice everything for it, but I'm saying put it really, really, really high on your priority list, okay? And make it be a focus. And I want you to focus on getting as far as you can. And let's really be clear, actually. I want you to focus on getting to, and I will just tell you, if you put a goal out there and you really focus on it, you're going to hit that goal. That is literally how I got to 4A and the time period I did. I was 3A not too long ago. And yes, I had a lot of people in my quote, quote, pipeline or whatever. I had a lot of people who I had brought into the system. They had not yet purchased their product. I still have a lot of people. And I could project my hitting 4A by the time I wanted to hit my goal. And I don't want to minimize your goal for you. So I don't even want to give you a goal. You guys need to come up with that goal for yourself. But I'm going to give you a vision. There is no reason at all why it should take you guys a year to hit 4A. There's no reason. And I want you to go to that group for Christy and Clint and go ahead and request access. I hope that you can get access before they have their live training. It's actually going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. tonight. That's 10 o'clock a.m. Australian Eastern time. These guys are in Australia, and they literally changed their mindset, and they came from rags to riches within an magic. I don't even know how long it took them. It took them a very short time, okay? Their team is humongous, okay? I don't know exactly how they did it. That's why I'm going to, inshallah, watch their training. I suggest you guys do too. And also, I suggest you guys open your mind to learn from everybody that you can, because this is my philosophy, that the more you learn, the more you're going to open your mind. You're going to pass those initial limiting beliefs about yourself, about what's possible in life, about what you can do in this business. And you're going to be inspired by people who have really flown with this business, okay? And so I want each one of you guys to fly in this business. I want each one of you guys to be your sponsor's eagle. If you don't know what that means, go to the OIM group and look up the comp plan and find out what the eagles are, okay? I have my 2 eagles here. Michael and Taslima are a couple, and they're, one of my eagles, and Rafi, inshallah, is my other eagle. And Hisham, inshallah, I want you to be an eagle for Michael, okay? So what I have done, I'm going to have full disclosure here, and this is this is my prerogative as I build my business. I put people under other people, okay? And MJ told me, look, Ahmed, don't make a welfare system. And I understand that to mean don't just put people under other people without, without making a good decision. And I think I made a good decision because I believe in you guys. I believe in the ones who I have chosen to help build your team. I believe in you guys, and I know that you guys are going to be the leaders who are actually going to carry the raya, just like in the battles of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, like the battle flag. You're going to carry that, and you're going to lead the teams. You're going to lead your own teams, because I want you to understand, for me to get to 6A, I need you guys to help yourselves get to 6A, okay? Because that's going to be team sales, right? For me. And for you to get to 6A, you desire your other people inside of your organization to get to 6A. I don't want for it to be all your effort. I want you guys to help your teams, and if you do that, you're going to be helping them to make money. You're going to be helping them to change their life. You're going to help them to actually believe in this business. Literally, belief and mindset is super critical. It is one of the most important, if not the most important aspect of the business. Belief and that yaqeen that you can do this. Really, that was it. That was that was the most important thing. The thing that helped me manifest what I wanted is to believe in it. And I'm not saying that from a fluffy stuff type of perspective. It's a perspective of, if you can't see it, how can you do it, right? You have to be able to believe that this is possible, and you take the right action steps, okay? And you put that in your head, and you really focus on it. And again, it's not something like some magic thing. It's something a matter of like literally just where you focus, your actions are going to follow. And of course, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's tawfiq, you're going to achieve your goals. So that's the main important thing you need to work on, is your mindset, your belief in what you're doing. Okay, does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, that's super important, because if I had just, and I don't want to say if, because that's opening the door to shaitan, but I'm saying people who have gotten to amazing ranks and stuff within the company in a very short time, They did it, and you're going to find out. Christy and Clint are going to tell you how they did it, and I know it because I've listened to them and a few go lives, and I've asked them personally. They have done it from within first. They focused their intention, and they believed in themselves, and they took the right actions. Okay, and one of the things that they did, and they told me, probably I listened to one of their go lives, is they worked on delegation from the very beginning. Let me repeat that. They worked on letting go of the control from the very beginning. What that means is, and I'm going to tell you what I've heard from Scott Oldford, who is a coach for millionaires. He said, I heard from a billionaire when I was 18 or whatever he was, that the role of a CEO or the goal of a CEO should be to sit back in his desk and kick his feet up on his desk as much as possible. And so what does that mean? That means that the role of a CEO or the leader should be to identify areas where he can delegate or relinquish control of his business to people who he can trust, to people who he knows are capable, and he can allow them to do that work that he doesn't have to do personally. So you should do as little as possible that you don't have to do. Okay, let me say it another way. As much stuff that you can delegate, you should delegate. Okay, but only to the right people. That is the key. Don't just throw out responsibilities to people who can't handle them, or people who aren't ready mentally, or people you can't even trust. That's the point. That is what I'm trying to do with my business. And when you just give out responsibilities, or you just help people who don't really deserve it, that's where you're creating a welfare system, and that's not what you want to do. You want to be very choosy who you help, and understand that when you empower others, that will lift you and allow you to focus your energies on things that, yeah, maybe others could do, but for your business, you are critical in that aspect. So let me be clear, like, alhamdulillah, Rafia and Michael, inshallah, I'm really holding you guys accountable, and I'm holding you guys to the responsibility of being my eagles, inshallah. And if others show their leadership abilities, then so be it. That's great. It's not going to be anything against you guys. You guys can vie for who can do better, but you should honestly vie against yourself and your yesterday's results. So if you can take on that role of leaders within the organization, that will allow me to be able to focus on things more strategic. For example, I can actually focus on learning from some of the people who have made it, and I can take and pass that information down. So you guys focus on like the tactical income producing activities, bring as many customers and sell as many products as you can, so that you guys can get as high as you can, as fast as you can. And you can also start to delegate responsibilities, help other people, build your business. So let me explain to you that something is different about the way I'm building my business from how other people are. People in the community, or at least I'll tell you this, I have not felt from the community, the like the DGL gas community, that there's a lot of strategic building of the business. What I mean is, nobody talks about where you should place people, how you should place people, how you should help your team, if you should help your team at all, and by meaning putting people underneath others. And maybe it's just they omitted that, or maybe it's there's another reason. I don't know, but what I can say is it makes sense if all you do is build wide and basically everybody's underneath your initial product, then you as an individual are going to become burnt out because you can't help everybody. And that's why, you would want to build a culture of giving and receiving. Like you could say, well, okay, karma and all that stuff. Honestly, guys, I don't really believe in karma. I don't believe in it to the effect that others do within this community. I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I believe that, when you bless others, Allah will bless you. He will return He will give you jaza, your reward. But it could be in this dunya, it could be in the akhirah. It could be in ways you don't know. So that's not karma. That's just like what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has promised us. When you do well, do for the sake of Allah, something good, He's going to reward you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with another, person in the company. Okay. But what I do know is that when you help other people and you put in this dunya, when you help other people and you put, you make an incentive for them, then they're going to help you. Okay. So let me be very clear on that. If I've put some people underneath you guys, all right, you're going to become incentivized to help those people, which is in turn going to help me, right, build my business. So, obviously there's this culture of helping others and expecting that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward you. However, He will reward you. But from a dunyawi perspective, yeah, it makes sense from a business perspective that, as long as you're going to be benefited by helping your quote, quote, downlines, then, you're going to do it. You're going to do it if you're smart, if you want your business to thrive. And so if you build deep, then you're helping your teammates. You're helping build your egos, okay? But if you build too wide, okay, then you're going to end up being the one who's responsible ultimately for helping all of them. And you're not going to be able to do it, okay? And that's why you're going to become 100% dependent on those systems, that GAZ, the DGL, the ACE systems. The systems say, I need something like that. I need a training system to help my team because I can't do it alone. Or I need to build a culture of karma and all this stuff so that, people will help other people. But you know what? Look, guys, you can do that if you want to, but this is how I chose to do my business. Okay, I believe that it's a good culture, what we have going on in Team Awesome. It's a good culture, but I don't want to just rely on that. I also don't want to just rely on DGL. Okay, I want you guys to soak up as much information from DGL that you can and implement as much as you can. But at the end of the day, this is my business, and it is my responsibility, and I take it as a responsibility. Now, technically, it's not a responsibility. Like, I don't have to help you guys, right? According to Balazs, he explained that in one of his videos. He said, well, your sponsor doesn't have to help you. They introduced you to the business, and you bought in, and so it's really your responsibility. Your business is your responsibility, technically. But I personally take it my responsibility to help you guys because that's how I feel. Now, I'm of the opinion that I should help those who help themselves. So who's on the call? I'm helping you. And my time is valuable. And the reason I joined this business is because I wanted to buy back my time. And that's one of the reasons why you guys are going to see, inshallah, I'm going to try to be more selective of how I utilize my time so that I can focus more on things that only I can do or things that, personally I need to do for my business while I delegate some responsibilities to others, right? So I hope we can work together in that way. and this is the culture I want to develop within my team, which is a culture of being smart, working smarter, not harder. It's not just a matter of using the system and leveraging advertisements and stuff like that. That's a great way, and that's how I've come to where I am. But I did a lot of hustle, especially from 3A to 4A. That was almost pure hustle, okay? And probably I did it in like a month, actually, okay? And so it's not just. So what I'm saying is, you can become successful in other ways than just using these systems. Y'all understand? I'm a believer in the systems. And I know that they work, but I also know that other ways work too. Okay, I know that offline works as well. Okay, and I'm an out of the box thinker. Okay, and I don't like to feel like I have to follow any one way. This is, for me, this is my business. For you, this is your business. You can do whatever you want. And of course, it's in your own best interest to follow people who have had success. So definitely follow the systems, right? Follow the systems, follow the training. Go ahead and get your ads to make your business work for you. That is definitely going to work. But also, if you have time, you can try other methods. You can, and I'm going to talk about that today, as a matter of fact. So yeah, I've been doing most of the talking. I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask questions at this point. Come on. No questions? Okay. So I hope I made it clear. Basically, I want to delegate responsibilities. I want to delegate, I don't want to burn out. I don't want to feel like, oh man, I can't handle it anymore. I can't answer everyone's questions. I want you guys to become leaders. I want you guys to start spending time in the business. Spend time answering questions. Spend time doing the research. Spend time getting on the Zooms. You don't know how much time I've spent in this past year just helping people. Just in people, not even in my organization, like people just like in MJ's team, for example. Okay, and that's fine. That's totally fine. That's part of the culture. I do believe that I'm sure I have already benefited. If not, then I will benefit from that help. But I'm not a believer in the whole karma thing, right? I don't believe that stuff like that is gonna. Look, I believe in, like I said, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it may come back to me in one way or the other. But if I want my efforts to be focused so that they do come back to me in this business, then I'm going to be helping my team members, and we help my team members help their team members. That's just, the fact of the matter. So that's why I'm not too concerned about building wide. Now, I have to explain to you, there are points in the business, points in your ranks in which when you build deep, it's not going to hurt you. And then there are points in the business where when you do build deep, it's going to hurt you a little bit immediately, okay? From the perspective of you're not going to get as much money back as you might if you were to grow wide. But hopefully, if you would to help your team members to reach, those higher ranks, then and you do that from the perspective of now they are responsible, or at least now I hope that they're going to be taking that responsibility upon themselves to help their team members. Then you don't have to do that. You can focus on other things. So let me ask you, does everyone understand? You don't have to necessarily agree, but I want to ask you one by one. Do you understand and do you agree with my philosophy? Starting with you, Rafi.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, probably not 100% agree, but probably 89% agree. But yeah, I understand what you're saying with the whole giving back and how that may not always, that whole karma concept may not always work out. And also, obviously, I agree with you in terms of delegating to those who are capable.
You're really echoey. Is there some way you can make that not? You're in like an empty room, aren't you?
Yeah, is it better now?
That's better. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, sorry. So I was saying that that delegating to someone who knows what they're doing is very important, and obviously it's a way to develop towards that. I guess in terms of a comment or a question, would be more, what are some specific ways, or are you going to try to set up specific ways to kind of, in a way, kind of like a visual training in a way where you kind of set up your plan. So it's like written out. So you have a strategy and you have your um, tactics. So as you mentioned, you have tactics, you have your strategy. So maybe it'd be nice to kind of write out that plan and then you can execute accordingly. Obviously, we'll probably offshoot based on that depending on each of our interests.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be nice to kind of see your vision and kind of written it out and then maybe tweak it or adjust it depending on either personally or even as a group to do that. Because I think it's very important, like you mentioned, to do tactics. But I mean, we have a lot of information, but the problem is it's not as well organized. So I have it a little bit more organized, but better managed. Kind of like what they have a DGO with the training, but that's just the training part. But because there's other aspects of it that we can, kind of branch out and kind of combine it together. So that would be, I think, helpful in terms of better understanding what you're saying. Because we understand what you're saying, but to see it in action is different from what talking is different from walking, right? So I guess that's the point I wanted to point out.
Okay. I think, and Taslima, let me add you to the Eagles group. Didn't add you. Sorry about that. So, yeah, Taslima, I just added you to the little Eagles group. There's not too much communication in there. You probably already seen it from maybe Michael's profile, but just in case you haven't, you and Michael are one. So, so thank you for that. And Rafa, I do want to delve deeper into your head and understand what you are saying a little better. That's kind of what I think I tried to write in there. Let's see. You wrote, be known for easy to digest and entrepreneur info for incoming entrepreneurs and have flexibility of selling products of interest to build business. Okay. Yes. So definitely at this point, to answer a little bit about that, what tactics should you be focused on at this point in you and Michael's level? You should be focusing on getting leads, quality leads, as much as possible. Okay. I want you guys to get your first sale by yourselves so that you can see it. So you can see it's possible. So you can feel it. You can know, oh, I believe in it, right? That's super important. Like from the beginning, you have to earn your ranks, right? You have to earn your belt or whatever, like if you're in MMA, right? Michael, you have to earn your belt, right? Right? You have to earn I don't know, you're already a white belt, right? You have to earn your next level so that you can know, oh, I can do it. I can do this. I can get all the way to the black belt, I think that's super important just from a growth perspective. Just right now, you want to focus on getting as many leads as possible for as cheap as possible with keeping in mind that they must be quality. And also, that's another thing, this whole quality versus not quality leads. Quality is like easy wins. Like I say, okay, people who have money, people who are capable financially as well as mentally. But I wanted to just let you know that not everybody who doesn't have money, that doesn't mean they're not a quality lead. I want to clarify that and maybe recant some of the things I may have said before. Look, it's ideal to have somebody who has money and they can get you a trifecta. You can sell them a trifecta and you can make as much money out of them as possible from the very beginning, from upfront, and then get them really deep invested in the business. That's totally true. But there's another aspect too. Sometimes your best people you will find that their mindset is super amazing and they have great talents. They don't have money, or they're living literally paycheck to paycheck and they barely have anything to save and to invest. And so that is something you might want to think about. How can you help them? How could you help those people get involved in the business? Could you help them personally? Could we help them get some financing? How can we do that? So that's another challenge. And so that was a challenge that I had to face, and I had to come to a solution. I realized, well, this is a challenge I'm facing. This is what I put myself into. I did not target income brackets. My first few, probably first 6 months, 9 months, I didn't target income brackets. I just targeted mindset and Muslims pretty much. And so I got a lot of leads who don't have money, but they have a lot of drive. And to me, it's like I paid for those leads, right? And I spent time and energy and stuff and talking to those people, building a relationship. Do I want to just give up on them? I don't. Am I in a position to help them? I am. And so I am. That's the personal decision you guys are going to have to make, And there's more than one way to do that, by the way. There's a lot of ways. So that's why when I ask the 3 questions, whenever I pre-qualify people, number 1, do you have the heart, willing desire to change your life? Number 2, if that's just the case, then let's quantify it by how much time would you spend in your business daily? And number 3, how much money would you invest in your business? I tell them number 3 is actually the least important of the qualifications, because money can come from multiple different ways, So keep that in mind. Be resourceful. It's not always a matter of resources. It's a matter of resourcefulness. And that resourcefulness doesn't necessarily have to come from them, but they have to earn their ranks. They have to show that they're willing to go through whatever it takes to become resourceful. If they've proven that and you believe in them, then you can invest in your people. Okay? And so I hope you understand what I'm talking about. With regard to vision, I would like to share a vision with you guys. I definitely will. And we'll go into that soon. And then in terms of income producing activities, your tactical activities, right now you all need to be focused on getting leads. That's what you need to be focused on, and soaking up as much information as you can and being consistent. And that mindset training is super important. Okay. Yes, you should read the fluffy stuff about the magic and happy pocket. Read this fluffy stuff. It's okay. Keep your aqeedah stable. Keep your feet, stuck in the ground with your aqeedah. Don't let it change your aqeedah. But at the same time, go ahead and read the fluffy stuff. It expands your mind. It just makes you think. Okay, don't let it shake your aqeedah. Some of these books they have blatant kufr in them. Some of the books, they say you're a co-creator with God, stuff like that. I just interpret it my own way. I say, well, you know what? You can create whatever you want with Allah's permission, okay? And that's it, But that means you have to go and start thinking about it. It's everything that you do is first a thought. So if you're not thinking correctly, you're not going to be doing correctly. Don't just be a leaf flying around in the wind. Rather, plot your own course and take the steps to reach your goals. But first, plot your own course in your head. So start with the end in mind. And let's talk about that. That's about vision. Can you visualize where you want to be in 10 years? Can you visualize that? Maybe you don't even have a clue. Like, I don't know, I want to be real successful. Okay. What does that mean? Right? Can you visualize where you want to be by the end of this year? I sure hope it's not 4A. 4A? It's 20 sales. What's 20 sales, guys? It's not that much. You can get way more than 20 sales. But how do we do that? Okay, we can break it down, right? Can you get 100 sales? Yeah, you can, actually. How many days are there in a year? 365, right? And those sales don't all have to be yours. They can be team sales. And that's the leverage part that I think that they're not really preaching within these systems. They're not like one of the mentors within MJ's team, for example. I was talking to him, and he said, "Yeah, I have this amount of sales, but it's pretty much all me." I'm like, I was taken aback by that. I'm like, really? Like your team hasn't produced? Yeah, they didn't produce. They say he goes, you can want them to produce as much as you want, but you can't make them produce. Well, that's true, and I understand that, but I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to accept it. I want you guys to produce like crazy. I want you all to become super successful, super fast. Okay? And if that means hustling, so be it. Let you hustle for a little while. It doesn't have to be just writing ads and stuff like that. although that's how we bring people into the game, so all you have to do is write ads. It's true, you can just write ads, and that but you know what? I'm not going to leave it up to personally, I'm not going to leave it up to that. I'm going to teach you guys different methods. I'm going to implement them myself. I'm going to lead by example, and let's see what happens. I want to really soar. Like when I saw Brandon Odom, he said, okay, I reached 6A2-3 in 23 months. And he said this in his little quote on his page. He goes, and I didn't even know the most efficient way to build my business. I was like, what? He didn't know the most efficient way to build his business. So I started to think, what's the most efficient way to build the business? I'm going to go and find out. Okay. And I'm going to share it with you guys. But right now, what I think the most efficient way for me is to delegate, to help you guys help yourselves, But also, I really appreciate you came in with the trifecta on your own dollar. I really appreciate that. But I helped you. I helped you get your UConn by kind of giving you an incentive, bro. Get your UConn. I'll put somebody underneath you. Get an UConn, right? And Michael, you wanted to come in so bad with the trifecta, and we have a deal now, right? And I appreciate that, you guys. And so, to me, that's how I'm building my business. I'm choosing to do it that way, but I'm not doing it with anybody. Okay, y'all aren't just anybody. Y'all have to understand that I believe in you guys. Okay, so don't just do things like with anybody. You have to trust your people, and you have to know that you can step back and let them soar. You don't want to be holding anybody back, right? So that's why I'm going to be seeking out feedback. Wow, my voice just cracked. I'm going to be seeking out feedback from you guys, and we're going to be coming in together strategically and with vision, inshallah, so that we can lead our teams, right? Because if y'all are going to be my Eagles, y'all going to be 6A, I'm going to become 6A2. Eventually, y'all going to have your own little, golden triangles, right? Y'all saw the comp plan, right? And then you're going to want to become 6A2-3 as fast as you can. Okay, so if you're not already in Walaj's group, which is like Race to 6A2 or whatever, then get in. If you haven't gotten in, ask me and I'll add you. I think I've added you guys. If he hasn't approved you, let me know and I'll ping him, see if he can approve you. Well, let's race to 6A2-3. Okay, so that was my response to it off here. We'll have more to talk about on that. Michael, I want to hear from you. Have any questions? I have a question. Where are you, bro?
I'm in the subway.
Are you done with work?
Yeah.
You done with work?
No, I'm on my way to work.
Oh, you're on your way to work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to touch upon what you said about the black belt, just to give a little history about the black belt. Now they have all these different color systems. Where you go from white, yellow, orange, green, blue, all the way to black. But that's not how it started. The way that it started was there was just the one belt, the white belt, and you had to practice and train and put that effort in until basically your sweat and dirt turned that belt black. So
wow.
The lesson from that is, and then after your belt turns black, eventually that layer peels off and it turns white again. So you're always a student. I have to get on the train right now, so it's going to cut off soon. But basically, what I want to say is that the 6A2-3, that is our ultimate goal. I think the strategy that you have is possibly the most successful strategy, to getting to 6A2-3. Not only is it beneficial to you, right? Yeah, it is a pay cut, but not only is it beneficial to you, it's beneficial to the people that are under you, right? It's beneficial, it's encouraging, right? Because initially starting out, you don't really know what to do. You don't really know how to step forward, So, to be able to see our own growth, and likewise for thinking the same thing for my teammates,
Oh man, some epic knowledge there. I mean, he's dropping some epic stuff, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to hear him. Should have let him go first. I didn't know where he was. He'll come back. He'll come back. So you see why now I invested, Michael? You see, this is the man. You gotta be watching out, man. Michael's gonna be like flying. Rafael?
Well, that's a given. He's got the skills, so I just have to catch up. I'll have to become a student and then earn the black belt from him.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Okay, so it's a sad thing that he had to, he got cut off in the middle of an awesome speech, but we'll hear from him. So let's talk about the tactics here. Okay, anybody typing in OIM or something? I hear a lot of bing, bing, bings.
That was just Michael.
Okay. Taslima, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Assalamualaikum.
Yeah, walaikum salam. Can you give us your take? Have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
Come on, Taslima, step out of your comfort zone here.
I'm taking it all in. Like yesterday was I attended the first meeting with Eli Defish. So that opened my mind a little.
Yesterday you attended that?
Yeah. Well,
I slept in yesterday. How was it?
It was very informative and it was very motivating.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about it. Did you attend, Rafael? Yeah. Well, tell us about it, Taslima.
Well, basically, they talked a lot about their stories, about how they, where they came from, what they were doing, but they mainly stressed they stressed about income-producing activities and about one of the things that you can do to promote yourself and promote the water and the business is to take your bottle of water. What was it? Energetic water or Kagan water? I'm not sure.
Yeah. Energetic is a company. Kangen is the product line, or rather the brand of water, right? Kangen water. Go ahead.
Yeah, they say to take your canyon water wherever you go, and try to tell people about the water. And if you see them using plastic bottles, like basically approach them and tell them, oh, maybe you can save on buying water, you can save on using plastic bottles, you can save the environment by, just walking with your water. So that's one of the that I took from them.
Rafa, that's from you, bro. So thank you, Taslima. You told me, Ahmed, I'm not really into building, the business and, recruiting people. I'm more interested in sharing the water and selling the machines and, selling the product. Okay, you're off there. I respect that. And regardless of whatever the systems are doing, if all they're going to do is teach you how to, just recruit or whatever, if that's what you feel, I'm going to try and respect your wishes and teach you whatever I can and help you understand from other communities. Eli Defesh and Wadia Defesh, they're not in DGL. They're not in Gaz. These guys are before Gaz. They've been in this business for 13 years. Okay, they're doing stuff traditional. They've made their own little system. I think they're doing something. I think with the Grant Cardone. I can't remember who they're doing their thing. They're doing their own little thing. They have their own little culture. And guess what? I want us to start, jiving with their culture and see what they got going. I want us to start reaching out to other bigwigs. I'm an out-of-the-box thinker. I don't believe that we just should follow Sean Malone, Miss Malone. I'm not saying Sean and Melissa are bad. I'm just saying that they're not the only leaders out there. They're newbies compared to some of the other people. They are. Matthew Jang, Brandon Odom, they're newbies compared to some of these other people who've been doing it offline for years. Okay? These other people, they have more knowledge, And yeah, I'm not saying that the systems are bad or anything. They're great. And they can probably make us move faster than the other guys who've been doing it for 13 years. For sure. But does that mean we can't benefit from them? No. we can definitely benefit from those guys. And so if they are doing things offline by sharing the water and telling people about it and selling the products, like, and from that perspective, if that's what makes you feel more comfortable, if that's what you want to invest your time in, okay, I'm not going to stop you. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to help you, be comfortable doing what you're doing, but make those sales, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, if it doesn't work, then, go back to the, whatever works. So for me, it's like whatever works, as long as you're ethical. You don't have to be, see, I was telling MJ the other day, like, hey, MJ, I'm doing stuff that's a little bit unorthodox. But then again, what's orthodox? It's all perspective, right? Orthodox to the DGL community might be, to write ads and that's it. Okay. Well, that's what I was saying. I'm being a little bit unorthodox by not building wide. Or, I mean, I'm going to eventually build wide, right? Now I'm opening up my new 4A leg, and I'm going to start building underneath that so I can start collecting more commissions to help me make more money. But hey, again, personally, I wasn't in it just for the money, right? That's one of the reasons why I have the luxury of building deep. But then again, I am in it for the money too, right? Because I'm trying to get 6A2-3. And if I chose you guys to be Eagles and not just choosing, it's a matter of I saw in you guys the capability, and I envision that for you guys. I hope you guys can meet my expectations. Actually, I hope you guys can exceed my expectations. For yourselves, not just for me, right? If I see that, and then it's only in my best interest to help you guys, right? Not to say I'm not going to help the rest of my team, but like, do I have to build wide? Yeah, I'm gonna rank advanced. I'm gonna do that. I want to help myself too now, but I know that if I help you guys, I might not see the money now, but I'll see it later for sure. And that level of confidence, that level of certainty, that comes with time. Okay. Now, maybe you guys can have that level of certainty right now. You can see it in my face and it'll just rub off on you. And that's great. That's what I really want. I want you to be certain right now. I want you to, that's what I'm telling you. I want that mindset. That mindset, you got to continually work on it. Read the books. Listen. Read the books. Those help you. If you don't have the mindset, you're not going to take the actions. Okay? But get your mindset right. Okay? And know that this is a great, if not one of the greatest opportunities you can ever do. Okay? At least from the perspective of, look, I've never had a business before. I got to do a business, right? What can I do with the least amount of money? Yeah, this is probably one of the best things you could ever do. Probably there are other businesses out there, but they're going to cost you like way more to get involved in. I mean, look at it, like Apple, okay, go make an Apple. Yeah, I don't have like $1 billion to get started, right? Sorry. I had what I had, and I'm investing it in my products, in my people, in my ads, in myself, So definitely, Taslima, thank you for that. Rafi, go into EWS, man. Go into Enagic shop and just order you some Enagic bottles, bro. Go order you some Enagic bottles. Go rock it out. If you want to do it that way, if you want to do it that way, right? Hisham, are you there? Have you been listening? He's like managing a store right now. I don't know if he's even here. Hisham,
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here.
have you been listening to everything?
On and off,
Cool.
I'm at the workplace.
I know. Do you have anything to add?
I heard most of what you have said, and I think it's interesting to work together and, exchanging experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm new now, and I still didn't start the training.
Brand new, I know, bro.
Inshallah, little by little, I'm going to get in. And as I told you before, I already have an idea about Enagic products, and I really believe in because I attended many conferences about the machine, and all the experiments they did, about the water, the HP and levels and
pH.
Yeah, and I have to believe, like you said, you were struggling to believe in the company in the beginning. Then it took you a long time to get into this level.
Yeah.
But for me, I already have an idea. So all I have to do is to go through the training and try to get it.
That's true.
And with your guidance, inshallah, it will work out.
And now it's
and
not just my guidance.
I believe in.
It's not just my guidance. And it's not just, the guidance of the team from a goody two-shoes karma perspective either. It's the guidance of Michael as well. I put you under Michael for the very reason that I know he's going to be a leader. And so it's not just my guidance, right? And it's not just it's a matter of my guidance from a financial perspective and also Michael's guidance from a financial perspective. But of course, Rafa's guidance from a whole goodish perspective, right? Do good to others, right? But also everybody else, MJ's also my sponsor, so it's going to be his guidance from a financial perspective as well. So understand that if people are smart, if people are of the same mindset as, oh, well, if I help my team, I'm obviously helping myself, then, I'm going to be there, Michael's going to be there, MJ's going to be there, right? Of course, Rafa's going to be there too, but he's not financially incentivized to do it, okay? He's building his own little team. I want you guys to understand that. We got to be real with each other, Yeah, it's great to help the whole team and stuff, but I'm not saying don't. I'm saying do. But I'm saying, think about it, guys. Who's going to benefit? Rafa, are you going to benefit? Well, you probably will benefit by helping others because you help others, you're going to help yourself. One of the best ways to learn is to teach. And that's true. That's for sure. That's definitely true. You can actually, that's true for me. Sometimes when I had a presentation to make, that helped me, right? You are the one who learns more in the presentation from the preparation. And when I sit there for an hour and I teach somebody ManyChat, for example, who's not even in my team, I just did it from the goodness of my own heart. I told him, look, do this for me. Go share this with others. Pass it forward. So I don't have to be the only guy who knows it, Okay, that's great. I'm sure I'm going to get something back from that, and that's fine. I did it from the goodness of my own heart. I believe in the community. But guys, income-producing activities, that wasn't one. I'm just being real. It wasn't one. I mean, I spent an hour teaching Daniel Williamson how to do ManyChat just because I wanted to. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm saying, yes, help people, be there for the community, step in, be a leader, show your stuff, make sure you can help everybody you can, right? Wadia Dafesh didn't have to spend any time with me. He didn't have to even reply to my message on Facebook, but he did. And he knows that I'm not in his team. Now, should I expect from him hours and hours of his time? No. Is it going to help him in produce income? No, it's not. Is he generous? Will he be generous? Maybe. And I know that is the culture of our system and stuff. But look, guys, I'm not going to bank on that. I mean, I'm not. I know that it is currently the state of affairs, but when this thing becomes, when we hit the tipping point, it's going to be a matter of let me help my team. That's my prophecy, if you will. Okay? So with that in mind, let us become the best leaders that we can. Let us try to leverage our time as much as possible by leveraging the team part of this business. Okay? All right, cool. So heard a little bit from everybody. Great. And Hisham, let me tell you guys a little bit about Hisham. On my sprint, I literally probably got a few guys in the very last few minutes of my sprint before I hit 4A. And Hisham was one of them. Hisham, I can't remember if Hisham, I think, let's see if I can find Hisham when we become friends. Click on that. Let's see. I'm looking in our little conversation here. It wasn't very long, by the way.
Maybe about 6 months.
Let me see. We might have become friends 6 months ago, but I never reached out to you until like recently. Yeah. Wow. SubhanAllah. He became my friend back in May. And this is one of the follies that I went through. I stupidly did not reach out to people who clicked on my ads and who expressed an interest until probably December-ish, okay? Or maybe it was January. I can't remember. I didn't think to reach out to the people who clicked on my stuff until way later when I was like, maybe I should reach out to these people. And then one of the guys literally told me, I said, hey, bro, what was kind of holding you back? Why didn't you ever get started? She's like, dude, I was waiting for you. I was like, boosh, mind blown. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. I have all these leads who came in through my funnel and they opted in, but I never reached out to them. That's so stupid. Don't do that mistake, guys. That's one of the reasons why I only hit 4A in a year. Okay. And am I belittling where I am? Not belittling it, but I am telling you this, putting it into perspective. None of you guys should only hit 4A in a year. None of you. You should be at least 6A, if not have another 6A below you. So what does that mean? Let's talk about vision, guys. So before I go into that, let's finish the Hisham story. I'm just looking through the conversation between him and me, and it was back in May 26th. He became my friend. I did not say salam to that brother until Wednesday of this past week. I want that to sink in. Somebody else could have brought him into their business, and somebody else tried. He has like some friend of his who tried to bring him into ACN, and I bet you had he gotten involved in ACN, he probably wouldn't have been free to take on Enagic. But that brother has the drive, and that's why he has gone into some of those. Actually, somebody else tried to bring him into Enagic. Hey, Hisham, are you still there? Can you answer this question? When did you watch the Enagic presentation back over in Connecticut? He might be busy with a customer or something. He has actually been approached by other Enagic distributors, probably within the time from when he opted into my funnel and now. And if I did not reach out to him now, maybe he would be with him. So that's something really, really take advantage of every relationship you build to initiate a conversation, guys. That's hustle. Okay, that's hustle. I'm telling you, do it. Okay. Sean and Melissa might be like, don't do it. Scale. Okay, scale. I'm not telling you not to scale. And definitely let's master the scalability stuff, like leverage the heck out of the system, leverage the heck out of your ads, leverage the heck out of your money. Okay, let your money work for you. Okay, and I want you guys to think about that in multiple ways. It's not just a matter of let's just write ads and leverage a system. Your money can work for you in more than that way. Okay, and we could go into that, but not right this second. So I literally started the conversation back in Wednesday. It was like Wednesday at 10:52 p.m. So it's like almost Thursday. I spoke to him. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Are you working? What degree do you have? At one point, he told me, that he was not doing so well. And I thought, another lead that I didn't do a good job targeting. So he asked me about, whatever. And I just was trying to provide him some value. I shared with him something of mine. And I told him my story, a bit about me and where I arrived in 10 years in corporate world. And then I just kind of talked to him where you live and whatever. And then basically I started pre-qualifying him in Messenger. This is the first guy I've ever pre-qualified in Messenger. Usually I get on the phone with people. But I asked him 3 things. Do you have the heart, the willingness, and the desire to change your life? Do you have a few hours a day to invest in a business? And do you have money to invest? In that order of importance. I'm literally reading from my conversation. He said, how much? Look, that's the question that people usually ask. How much is it, right? I said, wait, first, do you have 1 and 2? I'm not kidding. I'm reading from my messenger right now. Because I tell you, the money is not the most important thing. And so he says, I definitely do. I just want to know how. And then I'm like, that's it. He just wants to know how. So I said, okay, let's assess it. How many hours a day could you invest in the business? He said, if it's great and it'll be successful in the future, maybe I'll do full time. I said, bro, you need a funding source before you can go full time. So I'm setting up expectations. He said, well, I can do 5 hours in the beginning, right? And I said, how much money can you invest? And that includes credit, loans, etc. And then we got into it. I said, you got to have money. How's your credit? Blah, blah, blah. I said, go ahead and apply to a credit card. And I gave him my little Chase credit, which, Rafa, you should definitely make a affiliate link for your Chase credit card. Do you have it?
No, I've not. I have to create that link.
Yeah, just make so you can make a subdomain, just like I did. My subdomain is chasecredit.oenindustries.com. And actually, I just made a Facebook post. Go into chase.com and go ahead and look at their affiliate program and make a little Facebook post based on what they have in there. Make sure you do it via their website so that all you have to do is share that information. I think you did. I saw you did that on your Facebook. But go ahead and make an affiliate link, make a subdomain that points to that post so that you can always refer to it, because you're not going to remember the post ID and all that stuff. So yeah, do that. I sent him that link, and then I kind of forgot about it. I told him about what's up with the card, and then I kind of forgot about it. I went on to the next guy, right? I think I did that, if I remember correctly. I built some trust, though. I gave him some value in the beginning. He was talking about his career or whatever. I gave him some value about my career, and then he said he'll let me know if he gets the card. I'm like, all right, thanks, man. Cool. You're welcome, blah, blah, blah. And then I asked him, did he register for the class? He said, not yet. I'll do it later. Okay, inshallah, right? Then I kind of followed up. Did the registration link work for you? At this point, I wasn't sure if he's really fully, invested in or really interested, right? I just offered the information. I dropped the seeds, and you see if he's going to take them. And so I asked him, obviously, did that link work for you? He's like, yeah, thank you. Getting some positivity from him. And then I dropped. I didn't talk to him again until he reached out to me the next day. Okay? He reached out back to me. And he said, I got approved for the card. I'm like, oh, cool. He's taking action. This is an action taker. He's not just a tire kicker. He takes action. So I knew that Hisham is going to be a good, he's going to be a good team member. So I'm like, awesome. How much, And then I said, let's get on the phone, And then so we tried to schedule a phone call. Trying to think here. He was not free when we scheduled it. Hang on, let me turn off these alarms. Oh, that's a lot of alarms. He wasn't free, and then I'm like, okay. I said, can you call me I was really hustling because I was trying to get those sales in before Friday. I'm like, well, call me on your lunch break, man. I don't care. Like, just call me. He's like, all right, inshallah. I said, when do you have lunch? And he goes, 1. I'm like, I put a little reminder, 1 o'clock. I asked him how much credit you got applied for. I said, mashallah, you said you're at work right now. Where do you work? I said, what's your phone number? He said, give me a call 1. Okay. I said, here's the link to get in there, man. Get the DGL. Let's get you started. He took a look at the link. He said, I need to pay my credit card. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then I think I called him at that point. I called him like way late at night. I called the bro so I called him Thursday night. Actually, it was Friday morning. I called him like 12:49 in the morning. Yep, this conversation went all the way to Friday. I said salam to him Friday morning. I saw him online, Friday morning, guys. And Friday was like my last day to get my last sale in before I wasn't going to hit 4A before my original Ukon was going to renew. Friday morning, guys. I went to the last minute, like Friday midnight-ish. Okay, so we talked. And then I sent him another link. I said, dude, just get on a Zoom. And after that, it was it. I mean, after that, I walked him through every single step. And you know what happened with Hisham? He went in to DGL, okay, and DGL had an issue. DGL wasn't allowing him to book his coaching call. And I was like, all right, no problem. We're going to rock it out right here on the Zoom. I talked to him, and I coached him through all the questions right then and there. Like I had him, he bought in. I walked him through the questions. And then I was going to go through the presentation. And you know what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had made it such that I didn't even need to go through the presentation, because he had already been through a few presentations about Enagic. He already knew about the business. And he's like, yeah, I already know about it. I'm ready to do it. I'm like, okay, then let's do it. I took the amount of money that he said he got from the credit card, and I gave him a business plan based on how much he could invest, and we came together. We came to a mutual agreement. We went ahead and signed his paperwork right then and there, and I applied. I had it processed on Friday with the New York office. Boom, done. So that was pure hustle, guys. Like, I didn't even leverage the videos in DGL, like to go through the indoctrination process. It was all me. And of course, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's tawfiq. Of course, that's first of all. Because if he hadn't gone through those presentations with Enagic, I probably wasn't going to be able to do that. Okay? Probably wouldn't have been able to do that. So that was Hisham's story. So thank you, Hisham, for letting me share that. And Hisham is, he's definitely going to fly in this business, because he has the mindset. He's already an entrepreneur, and he's a businessman, and he knows what he wants, which is super important, guys. You got to know what you want. So let's talk a bit about what we want. Okay. So I asked you guys in the Eagles chat, what do you want? Or what do you desire? No, I didn't write that. I wrote it this way. I said, what do you see 10 years down the line? Okay, and that's kind of like a vision. 10 years down the line, that's a long time. But I don't know how long it's going to take me, but this is what I desire. I've always desired this from the beginning, before I started the business. I said, I desire more free time. And I want to be able to do what I want, where I want, how I want, and not have to answer to anybody except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and myself, right? You have to be loyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and yourself. And I'm not saying don't have compassion for others or don't have empathy and don't keep other people's best interests at heart. I'm saying you don't have to answer to them. As long as you and your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is good, and your relationship with yourself is good, if, again, the first thing is your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which, you have hablun min al-nas wa hablun min Allah, which means that, that relationship with others, that's part of your relationship with Allah, But you also have to make sure that you're making yourself happy. So that's super important. And for me, I just want to kind of be happy, that's like freedom. How what Dave Defeshi says, I'm not selling water, I'm selling freedom. And so that's true. Like that's his marketing ploy right there, selling freedom, And this is what I want. I mean, for myself, that's what I want, freedom. That's what I want for all of you guys, freedom. So, but where do I see myself in 10 years? Wow. I don't know. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know. But what I do know is I definitely want to get to 6A2-3 for sure. I want to make that be my next goal. And I'm going to break it up. So let's break it up. I'm a numbers guy. I'm about to bust out a spreadsheet. If you guys are still with me, I know it's been an hour and a half, hasn't it? An hour and a half. So if you're willing to continue, we usually just take about 2 hours. Just 2 hours just usually fly. If you're willing to continue, I'm going to go into a spreadsheet. We're going to bust out some numbers. Y'all ready? Rafa, you good? Taslima? You know, it's Sukut Alam Rida, right? Huh?
I'm good with it.
All right, cool. Hisham, inshallah, I know you're busy working, so
Yeah, I love numbers. I want to see the numbers.
Wallahi, okay, good. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. So
Okay.
I'm not just going to do calculations. I'm actually going to go into the numbers. How can we become 6A2-3? Okay, so let me just open a spreadsheet here. I'm going to share my screen in a second. So this is literally, I haven't gone through this myself before. This is just off the cuff, guys. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. And you guys can, like, this should be collaborative. So you might want to unmute yourselves so you can collaborate with me on this. This is pure, like in the heat of the moment. All right, so let's say 6A2-3. Okay, let's break it down, right? So first, you have to get to 6A. How do you get to 6A? You need 100 sales. Okay. How do you get to 6A2? You need 2 6As below you. 2 6As below you, right? That means that's 200 sales, right? 200 sales. Now, does that mean you have to have 100 and then they have to have each one of 100? No, it doesn't mean that, because if 2 people below you make 6A, you're automatically going to become 6A. Okay? Look, guys, in order for you to open your 6A rank, you have to make 1 sale. But let's say you sell yourself an Ukon. I mean, that's really easy. Okay, what's an Ukon? It's about $2,000 a year. If you're getting, you know, up to 6A rank, you're not going to care about investing in yourself $2,000 a year. I mean, even if you can't find another customer, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me be very clear about that. Even if your direct sales sucks, if you can't direct sale like worth a crap, but your people under you can, and you just need a rank advance, you guys can rank advance by just making 1 direct sale. You can make a direct sale to yourself, you know. You get that? If you don't get that, let me know. Okay? So in order to get to 6A2, how many sales do you need? Somebody tell me.
200 sales?
Is that right? Does that make sense from the compensation plan? From what you understand from the compensation plan? Don't let me dictate. I want it to make sense, because I might be wrong. You know, I want you to always know that I'm a human being. I'm not like some leader you should put on a pedestal, right? You should always be feeling that this is open communication. I was just listening to the seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which I believe it was in Ghazwat Uhud that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had said, okay, we're going to be in this particular location. And then one of the young guys, can't remember his name, he went up to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, is that wahi, or is that just one of your personal strategies? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, that's just personally, I just thought that would be the best location. And then this young guy said, then that's not right. Yeah, no, it was better. It was better, guys. Because better is the one in which there was these wells, right, guys? I believe it was.
No, I think, was it in Badr? No, it wasn't Badr. It's one of the later ones.
Well, it was either Badr or Uhud. I know I haven't gotten farther than that in the Seerah. I'm listening to Amr Khalid. Anyway, it's the one in which there were these wells, these water wells. And so the boy, I don't know, the young Sahabi, told Rasulullah, then your plan is wrong. Now, how could he even have the gall to come up to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and say such a thing? It's because Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, made the culture, he made the environment of open communication clear. That, guys, I'm a prophet, and when I make wahi, when I have wahi and I share with you, that's from Allah. But I'm a man, and I can make mistakes. And that's why the Sahabi asked him, is that from Allah? He's like, no, it's not. It's like my best guess. He goes, well, then that's wrong. You should not do that. You should go past the wells so that we can have control of the wells. We have the water, and that we can drink as much as we want. And then we'll be fighting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas the kuffar, they won't have gotten to the wells, and they'll be fighting because they're thirsty, And so our fighting cause will be a better cause, right? And so that's just a little bit of the sharing of seerah. But the point is this: this is not wahi, right? This is my best guess. So if I'm ever wrong, please correct me. Okay, guys? Please correct me. I want to be humble. I want to humble myself. And I want to always make that communication open. Okay? So anything I say you guys don't agree, let me know. We respect each other. Everybody's an adult here. Okay? Now, I believe it's 200 sales, right? That's because in order for you to get to 6A2, you and your team need a total of 200 sales. Now, you're going to have probably more because you're going to be a little bit wide, right? Most of the time, what we do what we generally preach in the business is for you to build up underneath your top position wide, so that you can make that top position rank advance. Okay, but that's not the only way to build, guys. It's not. It's really not. You can actually build up underneath your one. Like, you're gonna make less money. Okay, but eventually you could actually build your business quite fast. You can build but you got to make sure you find the right people. That's the thing. I could be wrong. Maybe Rafa and Michael aren't going to be my fastest growing team member. Maybe somebody else is going to come from one of my direct team members, and they're going to just surpass you guys, and there'll be an ego, and that's fine. It is what it is. But I'm not saying nobody else can join the meeting. You all just happen to do it. I didn't tell anybody. Who else is in OIM? Everybody else is in OIM. They're not here. Okay. So I recognize that. That's why I'm investing in everybody. But I'm telling you guys, I believe in you guys because of what I've seen. What action you're taking. And Hisham, inshallah, I hope you become an eagle for Michael, inshallah, right? That'll help me, as well, and help yourself. So 6A2, you need 200 sales at the minimum, okay? Now, let's think a little bit. So 6A2, what does that look like? Looks like this. Looks like 6A with a 6A and a 6A. You guys want to call this a pyramid? I don't care what you call it. It doesn't matter. It's not some illegitimate scheme. It's a legitimate direct selling scheme that works. And then this guy has to have, so now that's a 6A2, right? So this is, at this level, this is 6A2. Sorry, I'm just throwing this out there. So this is 6A2, right? This little golden triangle, that's what a 6A2 looks like, okay? Now, what's next? I'm just going to draw it down here. A 6A. So actually, I'm going to do like this. 6A2 is equal to, like that, 6A2. This is 6A with two 6As below them, right? And only one level. That's 6A2, this little triangle. So probably this is sufficient. 6A2 is this, okay? Let me just do like this, for example. Golden triangle. Okay, I'm going over this, although you can go watch the YouTube video, but I'm going over it because I want us to understand really deeply, Okay, and this is equal to 200 sales, right? At the minimum, probably 201, right? You have to at least rank advance. You know, you have to at least make another direct sale so you can open up your 6A lane. Technically, you guys can skip ranks. Okay, if you don't know what that means, we can go over it. It's not that important. Meaning you could skip opening up the other legs if you want to. Okay. Now, if you were only to invest in the first 2 direct sales, then you're only going to make 1 commission for each one of those sales. And so you're not going to make much money from making a 6A2 golden triangle. That's why we really encourage you to do the trifecta so that you can at least start making double commissions from the get-go. It helps you grow your business and helps your sponsor grow their business, to be honest with you. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm pulling the wool over your eyes. A trifecta is not just beneficial for you; is also beneficial for your sponsor. Okay, I mean, you got to admit that, right? You got to be really transparent here. Trifecta is 3 sales off of 1 customer. Okay, and that's like 11 grand for that customer, and that's however much it makes that sponsor. It's a big chunk of change. If they're taking all 8 commissions, meaning they got the 4x4 going on, then that's $4,400 or $4,200, something like that. Which was, I don't know, it's over $4 grand in commissions. That's just 1 customer. So keep that in mind. That trifecta is great for you when you sell it. It's also good for the person who gets it, puts their mind and puts their skin in the game. It gives them full integrity in terms of referring, and it gets them to 2A right away. Okay, so it's a win-win-win, right? So 6A2-3. So what we need, so this would be 6A2. This is our 6A. So this is actually 6A2. If you technically think about it, 6A2-1, but they don't say the -1 because the dash is supposed to be how many levels. It's -1 because you only have 1 level, right? But no, I don't think anybody calls it -1. There's no, because you don't have to. There's no need for the dash. The dash means how many levels of golden triangles you have. You only have 1 here. You're technically a -1 if you would think about it like that. But they don't usually say -1. They just say 6A2. Okay. So let's say 6A2-3. -2 first. Okay. So let's think about how much you need. 6A2. 6A2. This person needs a 6A below them. You can start doing like this. 6A, 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 6A. So, okay, let's think about how many sales this guy has to have overall. Well, we know that to be 6A2, you need 200 sales, right? So this needs 200, and this needs 200. So this needs to be, 400, right? 400 sales. Is that right? Seems like pretty easy math. This needs 200 sales. Okay. There should be a way I can. Oh, here it is. Boom. Hold on a second. Can you double click it? No, crap. I'm gonna make it colored because I think it drives home the point more. It does for me anyway. I'm really visual. Okay. Wow. To get to be a 6A2, you need 200 sales. You need to invest in your team. You need to make sure you get an eagle on 2 sides, and technically those 2 eagles, they don't have to be in the same lane. Okay, so if you got an eagle in your 2A lane and you got an eagle in your 3A lane, that's fine. You got an eagle in your second Ucon's 1A lane, it doesn't matter. You have to have these 2 eagles, and those eagles are people who are going to fly. Okay, those people who are going to build their business and really be productive. Okay, so now we have 6A2-2 is because now you have your golden triangle, and each one of those 6A's have their golden triangles, and they're now 6A2s. Okay, and then when you become a 6A, you get like a $3,000 bonus. Just a one-time check, You get $3,000. Okay. When you get to be 6A2, you get, I think, $6,000 check. When you get to be 6A2-2, that is 400 sales, and you get I think it's 12,000. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what the little video was showing. You get like a $12,000 check. Just put a little space here and sure one to the left. And you get a $12,000 bonus check. This is bonus checks. Bonus checks. Number sales. Okay. And then this is the goal, right? This is our ultimate goal. Okay. Here, let's just call this rank. Okay. So how do we get to 6A2-3? Let's draw it out. 6A2-3. Well, that means you need to have 2 of these guys. So let's see here. I'm going to have to space this out here a little bit. 6A2-3. Because I'm going to need one of that. Why did I do that? Oh, I know why I did. Put it there. And put it there. And put it there. Put it there. That's what I want to do. 6A2-3, you need that. And actually, I could have put this here. 6A2-3. So is that right? Let's see if that's right. Rafa, you keep me straight, bro. All right, so this needs, yeah, this is right. Probably have a space here. I'll put a little vertical line so it's really clear that's, yeah. All right. Cool. So you have a 6A2, another 6A2. So how many sales does that mean? 800 sales. Is that right, guys? Is that right? 400? Rafa, speak up, bro. I don't read sign language. Speak up.
Yeah, it's 800.
It's 400 and 400. You need 800 sales. I got 20 sales in a year. Can you beat that? Yes, you can. You're going to hustle? You're going to have to hustle to do it? Probably so. Are you willing to do it? Speak up.
Yep. Inshallah, we can do it. Yeah, inshallah, we can do it.
Are you willing to do it? You can do it for sure, inshallah, with Allah's tawfiq. But are you willing to do it?
Yeah.
Shem, are you willing to do it?
It's 12. Of course, yeah. That's no question about it. What is it? 1200.
Michael, are you willing to do it?
Yes, inshallah. I mean, I'm already here. There's no turning back, right?
No turning back. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Do you have to do it alone?
Thank you.
No.
Are you in the business for yourself? Yes. Are you in the business by yourself? No. That's what I told you from the very beginning when I brought each one of you guys on. Okay? You're in the business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Okay? So with that in mind, let's leverage. Let's leverage as much as you can, right? So again, 6A2-3 is 800 sales. Okay, and I believe I don't know. I need to watch the video again. I guess it's probably 2,400. I don't know. I can't remember if this is correct information, guys. Watch that video. It's in the OIM group. It's in the comp. If you look up comp plan, it's in the OIM group. We could just watch it real quick, but I don't know if we want to waste your time on that. But let's talk about it. How can we get to 6A? 100 sales. Can you get to 6A in a year? You can get 6A in less than a year. I've seen people do it in 3 months. I've seen people do it in 3 months. How do they do it? Well, I know they leverage the system.
Thank you.
You know, I'm going to mute you, Hashem, for now. I know they put in money and to their business. You know, let me look at this and type this up here. This is race to 6A2-3. Okay. Now, I want you to understand. You might have more than 800 sales. You're highly likely going to have more than 800 sales by this time. Probably highly likely to have more than 200 sales by this time. That would be the very minimum you have to have. But for these two eagles, right, and for these two eagles, right, and for these two eagles, you have to have at least this many sales overall. Okay, you're probably going to have way more because this little number 2 is probably going to be more than a number 2. By this time, probably going to have multiple 6As underneath you. This first little number right here, after the 6A, that means how many 6As below you do you have? You might have like this, another 6A right here. Okay, right? It's still a 6A2 though. Well, sorry, that's not a 6A2. It's actually a 6A3 right there. That wouldn't be 200 sales. That would be how many? 300 sales, right? I'm just gonna undo that. I don't want to be confused. All right, but if you wanted to just draw it here, it's 6A3, okay, which is that's a 6A3, and that means you need 300 sales, right? Each one of these has to be 100 sales, okay? But that doesn't mean that. What does that do? That means you're building wide. It means you're building wide, okay? And you're not helping these guys build deep, okay? And that's not where the legacy money is. The legacy money in here, it's 0, 0, 0, and $5,000 a month, okay? $5,000 a month. Who likes to have $5,000 a month just for being in an addict? Just for being in an addict and just maybe keeping up your own little econ. Who would like to have that? I want to hear it.
I definitely want it, yep.
Yeah? What is that, 60 grand a year? I mean, that's a nice little chunk of change. I mean, you could probably live off of that. You could probably live off that, right? There are a lot of people who are living off less than that, right? Shem, how would you like that?
It's nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet? Michael, Taslima, how would you like to have $5,000 a month just for being in an addict?
Who wouldn't like $5,000 a month, Ahmed?
Okay. What about 6A2-4? Again, they don't care if you are 6A50, but as long as you're -4, that's what matters, right? And actually, the -4, I don't even understand. Like, I think it's like I believe this 2 could go up to like however much, but the -4 means you have to have 4 levels of at least 2 legs. So here we go. Here's level 1, right? That's level 1. Wow, it's $1. Sorry, not $1. Let me do that over somewhere else. So this is level 1. This is 1 level of golden triangles, right? Level 2, right? And then level 3, okay? Or you can count 1, 2, 3. I don't care. Like 1, 2, 3, whatever. The point is, you have 3 levels of golden triangles. Why didn't I say 4? Well, because these guys are just 6A. They're not 6A2. So they don't have a golden triangle yet. Okay? But what if they did? Okay? What if they did? How would your organization look? Let's expand our minds. Let's blow our minds. Okay? You need 2 of these sitting in your organization. So having 2 of these Now, what are you? Somebody here, somebody tell me, what is it? What are you when you have two of these?
6A2-4. 6A2-4.
You are a 6A2-4. And technically, this little number here is probably going to be way higher than 2, okay? Because you're probably going to have a ton of 6A's underneath you, but who cares? The fact is, what is important is, oh, shoot, I lost it. 6A2-4. What's important is your level. How many levels you have, right? How many? This is a huge organization. You have to understand, why would a Nagic reward you with legacy money? Somebody tell me. Why would
I guess because you have a lot of customers, a lot of people selling your
Because you
product.
made at least 1,600 sales. At least 1,600 sales. Let's talk about how much money that made you. Okay. Let's say that, okay, you guys are all going to do the 4x4 hack, and you're going to make all commissions by 42 sales. You can make all the commissions. And let's just say the average commission, let's just say, let's just talk about K8. K8, right? The K8 model. All right, K8. And I think this can hold true as a good estimate, because even though you're now 6A2-4, you are probably going to have multiple sales more than the 1,600. So that we can average it out like we're talking about K8s, right? This is $340 commission. Okay, you multiply it times 8. All right, so 8 commissions is equal to 8 times that. That's 2,720. Just a single K8, right? I'm not talking about having 1,600 people. I'm talking about 1,600 sales, right? So if you sell majority trifectas, it's actually going to be more close to around 500, or let's say 600 people, okay? Because you divide it by 3. That's a lot. That's a big organization. 600 different people working to build their organization, and then a lot of them are actually, yeah, a lot of them are 6A's and higher, okay? So how many commissions? So it's 2,720. That's dollars. These are dollars. Okay. So that means per K8, you're gonna make 2,720. If every one of these was a K8, if every one was a K8, then that's gonna be equal to 1,600 times that. Can somebody just guess what it is? Just guess. Let me throw a number out there. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't done this. I'm doing this off the cuff. Somebody tell me. Guess.
Million something.
Million something. Hashem, what do you think it is? Taslima, shout out. Let's blow our minds. Come on, somebody throw a number out there. Oh, come on, guys, get engaged.
16,000 something?
No, Taslima, not close. Not even close. Boom. $4.3 million.
Wow.
So you have to have earned $4.3 million in this business for you to have earned the 6A2-4 rank. Have you guys seen $4.3 million? I haven't. Not yet. But I am going to, inshallah. How long is it going to take me? Not sure yet. But I can see it. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? Say something.
Yep, I can see it.
Does it seem more accomplishable now that we put it into the spreadsheet? For me, it does. I don't know about you, but for me, it totally does. And then when I put the other stuff in my spreadsheet before, 4A seemed like a walk in the park. This seems like a walk in the park now. All I got to do is this. All I got to do is this. You know? I watched that YouTube video, but it was like, yeah, that's nice. But now when I put it together, like, I can do this. I can do this. If I can see it, I can believe it. Okay? I can totally do this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of golden triangles. Hey, I'll be happy probably here, you know, but I'll be really happy here because guess what's going to happen? How many number of sales? I need 1,600. Look, this is binary. It's binary, guys. It's a binary network, if you will, or what do you call it? It's a tree. It's a binary tree if you're into algorithm, stuff like that. So yeah, 100, double it, 200, 400, 800, 1,600, okay? I think you get, I don't know, you get some type of bonus check. I don't know, maybe it's like $4,800. I don't know. Maybe it's 50. I don't know. But I do know this. I do remember this number. That's 10 grand a month. Now, who wants 10 grand a month? You don't have to say anything. I know you all want it. If you wanted the 5 grand, then you're gonna want the 10 grand. I want the 10 grand. I want that for my family. You know, because let's say it takes me a while to get to 6A2-4. And then I end up dying, which we're all gonna see death. My family's gonna get that money. You know that? They're gonna get that money. I don't know how long it lasts, to be honest with you. I don't know. But hopefully it'll last for as long as Enagic lasts, which they've lasted for the past 40 some odd years. So I hope that they continue to thrive, But look, guys, by this time, you're going to be a millionaire, a multimillionaire, okay? And this is not beyond your reach by any stretch of the imagination. It's totally within your reach, guys. Totally within your reach. And I'm not just blowing smoke. We can do this. We can do this as a team. With the right vision, the right goals, the right mindset, we can totally do this. I want all of you, inshallah, to reach 6A before the end of the year. Okay? Honestly, I want you to reach 6A as fast as you can. Let's break it down too, But if you reach 6A really quickly, you can help your team, 6A, each 2 people reach 6A. You got your 6A2 right there. And then you help them understand how they can help their team, We're going to leverage the heck out of these systems, out of DGL, and whatever other system we want to leverage. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how we do it. That's how I was talking to you guys about. A little bit unorthodox. If we use just the system and that's what works, fine. If we use the system we do offline as well, fine. We go share the water with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family, fine. But I'm not telling you to go burn bridges and get people involved because, look, network marketing has a bad name. People in network marketing, they usually have a high level of attrition. I was talking to an Enagic rep on the phone on Friday to make sure all my sales go through. I asked her, what's the level of attrition? How many people do you see? I said, do you see the majority of the people who come in make 4A? She's like, yeah, I do. I said, wow, really? So do you see the majority of the people who make 4A get 6A? She's like, yeah, absolutely. I was like, wow, so the level of attrition is not high? She's like, no, not with Enagic. Don't any one of you quit this business because it's not worth quitting. Okay? It's not worth it. You'd be shooting yourself in the foot if you quit this business. Oh man, I didn't get. Look, if I had quit this business 6 months into it and not having gotten a single sale, none of you guys. Well, maybe you would have been. Maybe somebody else would have found you and shared you the opportunity, but you wouldn't have been here today for sure talking about this with me if I had quit. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm not looking to get a quick buck. That's why, Hisham, I told you, you're going to need to have a funding source. You're going to need to have a funding source for you to continue this business. You got to pay for ads. You got to live your life, right? Look, man, 6A, let's just talk about 6A. Let's just talk about 6A. This is the first thing. I mean, I know, honestly, the first thing for you guys to do is get leads. And that's really what you should be working on. Get leads. That's really key because you can't really do much until you get some customers, okay? And I've been helping you, so that's fine. You got some customers, you got some momentum going, okay? Get some leads. You got to work on being able to get leads by yourself, okay? That's the first goal. But let's talk about 6A. How can we get 6A? It's 100. Okay, so how can we make 100 sales? Now I'm going to switch over to my other spreadsheet. Move this down. Move this down. Calculations. Okay. This is a monthly number of acquisitions. All right, let's talk about, and this is just you, just direct sales, okay? This is not including your team. So I want you guys to build your teams up, make your teams be self-sufficient. That is where the true leverage is, okay? Leverage exists within the duplicatable ad systems, but also the leverage exists within your team. And that's what I don't see enough focus on within DGL or GAS or whatever, okay? I don't see enough focus on it. That's why I am focusing on it. That's why I'm personally focusing on my team. And I want you to personally focus on your team. Make sure your team is successful. That's how you can duplicate and you can leverage time in this business. Well, let's take a quick look at the calculations for just direct sales. So I've gone over this with some of you guys before. Let's talk about the number of sales. Okay, not worry about the money, right? Because the money's, you know, the money's coming. Let's talk about the number of sales. And this is actually not sales. This is actually number of acquisitions. These are customer acquisitions. So let's just talk about hypothetical situation. If you get your ads $3 cost per lead, and you have a leads per acquisition, that means how many leads do you need to have statistically for you to have a customer buy an ad? Because if it takes you about 120 leads, these are all statistics. You can make better or worse metrics. Okay. You could do better or worse metrics, but inshallah you'll do better. But these are probably about average, okay? Average statistics. But I don't want you to be average. None of us needs to be average, okay? Average is like not acceptable, okay? It's not acceptable. We have to be equals, guys. All right? Then that's going to take you about $320 before you find an adjunct customer, okay? If the average commissions per acquisition, I'm talking about customer acquisition, is if your commissions, the average commissions is about $600, and that's totally possible. If you come in as a trifecta, and I know you didn't, Hisham, but I'm just going to talk about that. Come in as a trifecta, then if you sell a trifecta, you get $1,100. Okay. So Hisham, if you sell a trifecta and you're a 1A, you're gonna get, I believe it's half of that, right? So like $550, okay? Something like that. Okay. Numbers, money is not the big issue right now. We want to focus on the long term. Okay, focus on the long term and focus on just getting those leads, getting your building your teams, selling the machines, understanding the amazing magnitude of this business, okay, and sharing that with your people. That is what you need to focus on, okay? And just know it's going to work out. Have that yaqeen, that certainty it's going to work out. So if you have an ad budget of $2,000, let's not make that. That's because most of you guys don't have an ad budget of $2,000. You might have an ad budget of $300 though. That's probably nominal. How many acquisitions are you going to get per month? Less than one. Okay, let's say you have an ad budget of the $360. You need to get one customer acquisition per month. At the beginning, this is going to increase, and hopefully this is going to increase. So the commissions per acquisition is going to increase as you increase in rank. Your ad budget is going to increase as you see that you need to put more ad budget in so you can get more money out. And then these had better decrease. Okay, if you don't decrease these, then your business is going to suffer. So you need to. This is what you need to work on. All of you are new, and I'm also still new, and I started with a new ad budget, a new ad account, and I need to work on this. Every one of us needs to continually work on this. Get your cost per lead down with high quality leads, and make sure that, so if they're high quality, this number goes down. The leads per acquisition goes down. High quality means people, they have the mindset, they're in a niche demographic that you have found what we call a blue ocean. See the blue shirt? You want to have a blue ocean, one that's not highly hunted by other marketers, okay, and one that you can take advantage of for your business, right? That's, yeah, Michael.
I just wanted to ask a question. This is being recorded, right?
Yep.
Because this seems like very valuable, and unfortunately, my attention is divided, but I really would like to know more. I just wanted to pop.
I really hope it's being recorded. I did click the record button.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Sorry to interrupt. So sorry.
Thanks. Yep, it's being recorded. So yeah, this had better decrease. If you're doing quality leads, this will decrease. Okay. the number of leads per acquisition will decrease. If you're doing a good job of targeting and of tweaking and split testing, this will decrease. Okay, these are the two numbers you have control over. I know that you don't have full control over of everything. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has control, because you can at least affect these two things. Okay, obviously you can affect how much money you put into your ad budget. This literally average commissions per acquisition will really be a result of how well you target. Okay, it's going to be a result of how well you target. If you target people such that the majority of your acquisitions are all trifectas, this number is going to jump up. Okay, and it's going to jump up when you rank advance anyway. Okay, Hisham, am I getting clear message? Because I haven't heard too much from you. You're getting a lot of information. Let me know, man. All right.
Yeah, as I told you, I'm on and off, but I'm still looking at the document, and
Okay.
it looks clear so far.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So number of acquisitions, right? If you just have these metrics, okay, and you put this much ad budget, you're going to get one customer. And we can make an assumption, because you have to make some assumptions. Each customer, let's say that they're going to get 1.5 products, meaning that on average, you're going to have one customer's going to get 1.5 products. And that means you're not always going to sell a trifecta. And you're not always going to just sell one product. You know you're going to sell at least one. Okay, so it's never going to be less than one. But we could make an assumption of 1.5. We can make an assumption of 2 if you want. Let's just use 2. Hopefully people are going to at least get a machine and an Ukon. Because I for sure I'm going to try and sell them that. Okay, at least that if they have the money, if they're willing to invest in themselves that much, and if they have enough residual, or rather if they have enough monthly income, then I will try and at least sell them that, because see, the Ukon is so important, right? Hisham got the Ukon so that he can sell Ukon, right? But he wasn't really ready to invest in a machine at that point, and so Hisham, you're not going to be taking advantage of the 3 renewals every month. I'm sorry, every year. But if you're in a position where you could have invested in a machine and then put an Ukon underneath yourself, you would have been able to take advantage of the 3 renewals every year, or rather the initial one and then the 2 renewals. Okay, so that's actually considered 3 points. But that's okay, Sharon. It doesn't matter. You're in the game. That's going to be at the end of the day, or rather in the long scheme of things, it doesn't make a difference. You're in the game. That's what matters, right? You always can add yourself some stuff later on. But this one per month, one customer. So that's two sales per month, right? If you maintain just this, you're going to make 24 sales in a year. Is that good? Can you do better? Can you do better? Michael, can you do better? Rafir?
Yep.
How can you do better? I don't know who's talking, but whoever it is, I can't hear you.
Yeah, a month. I don't think that's really where we need. Getting 1.5 sales, get 20 sales a year. I think we need to average. Let's try to make 60 this year. How does that work? That's basically we need to.
I really wish I could understand it. Can anybody else hear him? He's real choppy.
My signal.
I can't hear you, man. But obviously, no, this is not good. This is just average, and I don't want us to be average. I want us to be amazing, okay? I want us to be, eagles. I want us to fly. I want us, like when I see a person who came in 3 months ago and they're 6A, I'm like, what the heck? What are they doing that I'm not doing? I think I'm smart enough. I think all of y'all are smart enough. So what are they doing? Just copy them. Do what they're doing, right? So it's totally possible to get 100 sales in 3 months. So it's possible to get 100 sales in a month, okay? I've seen people, who claim that they've done that, How are they doing it? Well, from this system, if they were just targeting really well, let's see what they would do. And again, ad budget makes a big difference. Okay, I'm not even talking about how much money you're going to make in a year. I'm not even worried about that. But just number of sales, right? Because we know we need 1,600 sales, right, to get 6A2 which one was it? 6A2-4. Let's just say 6A for now. How many? We need 100 sales for 6A. Okay, how can we do that? How fast can we do that? Well, what if we got our cost per lead down to $2? That's pretty good. We can do that. People do that. Get it down to $2. Now how many? Now we're making 1.5 at the same ad budget. Ad budget makes a difference too. Okay, again 1.5. Oh yeah, but these are acquisitions, right? And so if I said 2 sales per acquisition, and 1.5 times 12 months, that's 18 acquisitions. Multiply it times 2 sales, that's 36 sales a year. Okay, not good enough. Not good enough. Ahmed, that's not good enough. Okay, how can I do it better? Well, if I target really well, I can bring this down to, let's say 80, for example. I'm just throwing numbers out there, right? I don't like that number because I don't want to do the 2.25. Let's bring it down to like 50. Let's see what happens. Okay, whatever. 3.6. 3.6 acquisitions, okay, times 12, that's, whatever. Why do you have Excel, right? Equals 12 times 3.6. This 43.2, are we there yet? Not there yet. We got to do better than this. But guess what, guys? At this point, we're going to be making sales. We are going to be putting more money into our business. Let's not just put $360 in, right? If we're making sales, we need to grow our business as fast as possible, okay? I know to have the money now is nice. You'd like to spend it. But guys, think of the alternative. What if you don't spend it? What if you don't spend it and you start putting more of that money that is from the checks, you put it straight back into ads. But you've got to make sure that these metrics are good. If they're not good, don't increase. Don't scale until you're ready. When you're ready, scale. Scale as fast as you can. Now, 5 acquisitions, that's 10 sales a month. Are we going to make 100? Yes, we just surpassed it. We got to 120 sales in a year, right? 10 times 12 months. Now, what if we put in more money? Like these 2 metrics are going to be hard to beat. I'm not saying it's impossible, but they're going to be hard to beat. Really hard to beat. This is really good metrics, right? Really good metrics. And this is going to increase too, but I don't care about that right now. Look, I'm not talking about the money right now. I'm talking about the long term. We want to get those ranks, high ranks. How can we do it? We're going to put more money into it. Let's double it. 1,000. Now we're making 20 sales a month, right? 20 sales a month. If you get an average acquisition cost, so this 10 acquisitions, if we're averaging out 2 sales per acquisition, hopefully you get 3 actually, which is trifecta, which would be way better, right? Let's see what it would be if it were 3. If it were 3, that's 30 sales a month, okay? 30 sales times 12, it's 360. Now where are we? Where are we? We're getting close to 6A2-2. Actually, will we have surpassed 6A2? Yeah, man. In a year, if we're making 10 sales a month, 10 acquisitions a month, and the majority of them are trifectas, then that's like 30 sales, 10 acquisitions, 30 sales, right? Times 12 months, that's 360 sales. We will, inshallah, have gotten 6A2. Okay, and what will we have we'll have gotten our bonus check. I believe it's 6,000, maybe it's 10,000. I can't remember. I'm getting confused on that. I think it was. Can somebody remind me? Oh well, it's not a big deal. Money is not the issue. We want to get to the legacy money. We want to get to the 800 sales. So, 360 sales in a year. That's great. What would we do? Put more money into it, right? But this is just direct. This is just direct. Just think, if you are making this and then your Eagles start making this, it's actually double this, okay? Or triple this, okay? Don't get into the habit of just relying on yourself. Know that you have to rely on yourself, but get in the habit of empowering your teams. This is recorded for a reason. Okay? So empower your teams to think big. Empower your teams to get rid of all their limiting beliefs and know that they can accomplish whatever they put their mind to. That's why in the very beginning of this, I said mindset is super important. Okay? We can play with this all day. Okay? This is a public file. I'll hit share real quick. Copy the link. It's not editable by everybody. It's viewable. Okay? I'm going to paste it into chat. If I can find a window. I have a lot of windows open. Sorry. Too many. There's a window. Okay. So that, and paste that. Calculation sheet. Somebody had a question? Chatted? Signal bed. Okay, yeah. Move this out the way. Calculation sheet. This is the race to 6A sheet. And share that as well. Got the link. Share that right here. All right, guys. So I've talked for over 2 hours and a half, but guys, it's been fun. I can continue, but this in itself is not an income-producing activity, but I bet you it's going to inspire you. I hope that it has inspired you, right? I want you guys all to get to 6A as fast as you can. Let's make a goal. Let's make a concrete goal. Let me see your faces here. Let's make a concrete goal. When I made a concrete goal to get to 4A and I projected it, I hit my goal. And I told myself, even if I don't hit my goal, I'm going to get very close to it. Well, I would get a lot closer to it had I get a lot closer to it than I would have if I didn't make a goal. So let's make a goal. Rafa, think about it. Michael, think about it. Hisham, think about it. Taslima, think about it. Just think. Think silently and start writing down something. You've seen what you can do. You've seen what's possible. Everybody has their own goal. Start thinking about it. I'm going to think about it too. A bit of inspiration. At one point, I was getting $3 cost per lead. Cost per lead. I was getting about 100 leads per acquisition. My average commissions per acquisition was not this high. It was much less, but I was getting acquisitions. Okay, because I targeted people who didn't have money, but that's okay. And I was milking one ad doing that. I did that for a good 6 months. And I was putting in about $600. Okay, so I didn't make much money. Okay, but and so it was really probably like close to that or something. I don't remember how much it was. It was small. Okay, I did not make much money, and I probably even possibly didn't make any profit at the beginning. Okay, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter if you don't make profit right in the beginning. Okay, you keep building your business. You know, eventually these numbers are going to increase. This average commission per acquisition is going to increase just by rank advancing. Just by rank advancing. Even if you target poorly, and you get people who don't have money, and you make a few sales, and you get up to like 3A, 2A, 3A, 4A, okay? Because that's actually really easy. 20 sales is easy to get to 4A, you know? And then do it again right underneath yourself. It's easy to get to 4A and then 4A again. You know, this is going to bump up. It has to bump up. Even if you get a simple Ukon, and let's say that all of your customers, they only buy an Ukon, that's like, and they do an Ukon DD, which is like the cheapest thing. That's $40 per commission. Multiply it times 8. Well, 8 times 4 is 32. That's $320. It's going to go at least to $320. Okay, that's like the cheapest thing. right? But you're not going to do that, right? You're not just going to target people who don't have money. You're going to target quality leads. You're going to sell trifectas, right? You have to understand that's what your goal is. I want to sell trifectas. I want to target people who have money. Don't just target Muslims too, guys. Don't just target Muslims. Don't make that mistake. Make your branding such that it's easy to target non-Muslims, okay? Because non-Muslims have, different financing things, they can do. Okay, I'm not telling you to like promote riba or anything like that. God forbid. But you don't control, like if you have a car shop and you're selling cars and the customer comes to you and they're like, I want that car, 30 grand. Then you're like, okay, it's 30 grand. Then you're like, okay, here's my whatever credit card, or here's my bank that's paying for it. You're not responsible for them borrowing money and paying it back. It's not your responsibility. It's not your fault. Okay. You can advise them however you want, and you can choose not to sell them the car, but if they insist and they really want that car, and it's really not your responsibility. Like for example, you can tell people don't drink wine, but when they go home and they open that bottle of wine, they just drink it. Now if you sell them the wine, then you're at fault, right? But you're selling the wine itself, right? If you're selling a car, if you sell a water filter, right? And they choose, for example, right? I put my water filters on my credit card, and I'm not paying a cent of interest, okay? But if I did, is it MJ's fault because I put on a credit card? It's not his fault. It's my fault that I paid the interest, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Just know that that's an aspect of the business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything, guys. I'm gonna be straight up with you, okay? That's one of my challenges, Ahmed OEN Live, that's my brand, that's what it is. Ahmed OEN. Well, looks like a Muslim to me, My wife's got a hijab on. She's in my pictures. Looks like a Muslim to me. People who are racist, people who are, Islamophobics, they don't like me, and I don't care. They don't have to like me. My customer base is majority Muslim, and I'm fine with it. But I'm saying don't limit yourself to just be, targeting Muslims. Okay, I'm not saying like you're not gonna make money, but I'm saying you're gonna have a bigger market, and you're gonna be able to grow faster, inshallah. If you open it up, target Muslims all you like, and just totally fine. Make your goal be to help those Muslim brothers and sisters to build their business. But I'm saying like from a financial perspective, from a business savvy perspective, target everybody, okay? And make your branding be something that can resonate with everybody. All right. So forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, how I started. I probably actually I can tell you straight up. I started. I didn't make profit, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm growing my business, despite that. Okay. You have to understand that. I'm being honest with you. I'm being real vulnerable with you guys. I started out, didn't make profit. And my sisters, who I tried to bring in the business to help me out and told them I was going to help them out, they helped me out because I was trying to leverage time. They told me this was a scam. That was one of the big setbacks. And I had a big mindset problem in the beginning. They told me it was a scam, you shouldn't be doing it, and they backed out. Well, that kind of set me back a bit, mindset-wise. And even to this day, yesterday I told my sister, hey, Katie, I just made 4A. She's like, that's great, but tell me when you make profit. Now, I haven't done my numbers, all my sales that have come in since I got 4A, because it came in really quickly, really recently. I haven't looked at my checks and stuff because they haven't all come in. They're going to be sent. They changed it. It's no longer they're cutting the checks the day of the sale. They stopped doing that because I can't remember. They had a very legitimate reason to do that. They're waiting 10 business days after the sale to cut the checks and send them, which is fine, guys. It's good. At least they're cutting the checks, right? So that's fine. So I still have some time to wait until all my checks will come through. But I can probably anticipate. I could probably do the math. I'm anticipating that if I have not yet become profitable, I'm very, very, very close to becoming profitable. Okay? Look, guys, it took me a year, and I was sabir to do that. I want you guys to beat that. I want you guys to beat that, and become profitable as soon as you can. Look, guys, a lot of businesses don't become profitable in their first year. I know that. My parents had a business. they like never became profitable. they went under actually. So, but I'm not planning on going. You know, I'm not going to. I'm not. I don't care. Whatever I have to do, I'm going to do it. So, with that said, I want to hear some engagement, some questions. You know, anybody. Taslima, maybe you can speak for your husband because his connection is bad. I'm not in it for the money right away.
What was that, Ahmed?
I said speak for the power couple.
What?
Michael's connection is bad.
I don't know what he's trying to say either.
I don't know. You say what you want to say. Rafa, say what you want to say.
Yeah, Rafa, you go first.
I mean, there's not much else to say. Like I said, I think with this, we just have to get to work.
Get to work.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just go from there. I mean, for me personally, I wanted to ask you that. I'm used to recording, because I have some. Because I want to go over my ads manager and get some feedback on that. So I know we're recording right now. I don't know if it's appropriate for at this time, but maybe another time when we talk about it. But
yeah, it could be fine. You know.
Okay.
We can do that. I forgot one thing I promised I would share with you. I was going to share a super duper offline technique. I really had wished that Faisal was on this because I shared that with him already, and I think would be awesome at it. Taslima, share something, what you got from this, what you want to know, what you think is, what's the next step. Oh, by the way, what are your goals? Rafa, what's your goal?
All right. So I guess in terms of my goal, are different numbers of sales or in general? Or,
let's say number of sales.
Definitely at least 2 sales per month to start with, but definitely by the end of the year, I want to get at least 10 sales. So
initially, can you make it higher goal, bro?
Higher, okay.
Let me tell you, the minimum goal that I'm even going to accept without prodding you again is to beat what I just did. Okay. You can beat what I just did. 4A in a year, that's not good. Come on. I mean, it's good, but like, you can beat that. I want you to beat that.
All right,
so 10 sales in a year, bro? Come on.
No, not 10 sales a year. 10 sales a month.
Oh, okay. But you said 2.
So initially, two sales a month. Initially, and then I want to build up. So hopefully, first 2-3 months basically every month I want to keep increasing my goal, at least 1 or 2 sales.
All right.
So start 2 sales and then got at least 10 sales.
So okay, 2 sales. So you're in this how long? How long have you been in it?
Maybe a month and a half. Not even a month yet, technically.
Not even a month. How many leads do you have?
Of the DJ. Well, I don't have any leads. That's what I talked about.
All right, you don't have any leads. Okay. How many people have you talked to?
No one has really talked to me now.
How much hustle have you put in? Not too much hustle, right? You haven't really tried to reach out to people, right?
I mean, I've tried to reach out to people, like, the whole inviting thing and trying to get people to like my page. I've done that.
Okay.
But most people who are like messaging me or contacting me are many people are from DGL already. Okay,
that's fine. Then what do you need to work on?
I guess, should I be contacting the people who like my page more, or?
You should open yourself up to being contacted.
Okay.
You should beseech the interaction of your audience. How do you do that?
Through the ads, and obviously through ads I've mentioned about being contacted. I guess make a different ad, have a different angle.
Be approachable. How do you make yourself be approachable?
I guess be more vulnerable.
Huh?
Be more vulnerable to talk about my story more.
Go live.
Okay.
Go live. That's a tactic. You need to jump on it.
Okay.
Michael has done that, and he's got a lot of people. He's got a bunch of leads.
Okay.
Michael, how many leads do you have?
Right now, I have 9 leads.
9 leads. Okay. How many go lives have you done?
I try to do a go live every day. Sometimes
twice. Every day, maybe twice a day.
Sometimes twice a day. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that your people are feeling like you're approachable?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try to put myself, I try to, I have the New York accent, so sometimes I come off like a little bit, but I try to keep that away because, that's not very attractive. I try to speak more like, a little more, it's like, yeah, like you said, approachable. Try to display an energy that's approachable to give people that, that vibe, so that when I message them on Messenger or I contact them through email, whatever, that's the same voice that they hear,
How much hustle have you put in?
I put in a lot of hustle, bro. I put in a lot of.
Good. How many ads have you put out there?
So far, I've only had like one. What do you call it? Engagement ad, and I have one conversion ad. It's not a conversion ad yet. Right now, I just boosted it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just playing with the boost button, seeing what it does. But that I plan to change to a conversion ad, and I'm going to start putting out more conversion ads from now on, and try to get them to run side by side. Mm-hmm. Or if I see it doing well, I'm just going to duplicate it and run it. Yeah.
Let's talk about goals. I want to get back to the goal. All right. So Rafa, you said 2 sales in a month. Well, in the statistics, you need to start getting leads, man. You gotta start getting leads, and you're gonna have to make yourself be magnetized. How do you magnetize yourself? You become approachable. You're getting people to like your page. Now get them to like what you got going on. Share with them what you got going on. Share them your story. Share with them how this is changing your life. Is this changing your life, Rafa? Is it changing your life?
Yeah, definitely. It's
How is it
definitely
changing your life?
Well, obviously, with the product itself, definitely changed the way we think about water. At least we're using it, the technology that's being used, and obviously the stuff I'm learning as well in terms of how to use Facebook and leveraging a lot of the tools that are available. So definitely, it's a different way of thinking, a different way of approaching things.
Can you see this? Not can you look at the page? Can you see it?
Yeah, it's definitely possible, inshallah. Yeah, I think I just need to build some level of skill sets and like a level of confidence. Like you said, I need to build that, work on my flaws. If I can work on my flaws, it should be definitely achievable.
I want you to focus on your strength, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want you to focus on your flaws. I want you to focus on your strengths, and I want you to add on them. Add on your strengths as much as you can. Okay? Okay. And then you're going to find that you're going to fly, inshallah. Okay, but 2 sales a month. So you know how to do it. You know what you need to do. Okay? So great. 2 sales a month by when?
I'm hoping, well, not hoping, inshallah, I'll get it. My goal is to have it by next month. Have 2 sales.
By next month? So yeah. Let's say you're going to get a trifecta. Okay? Let's be really, 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 really clear on our goals. Okay? Look, these are goals. Planning is everything. Plans. So whoever said it, one of the generals of one of the wars said it. Plans are nothing. Planning is everything. Okay? Put it in your head, Buffett. You're going to sell a trifecta. You have to sell a trifecta by the end of, I'm going to put a stretch goal. I like doing that. I'm pushy. It's okay to be pushy. Be pushy on yourself. Buffett. Put a stretch goal. I'm going to get a trifecta by the end of my first month. How are you going to do it? I don't know. You're going to hustle. And if you're going to do it offline, you can do it offline. If you do it online, that's fine. But it doesn't matter. You're going to get a trifecta. You're going to get your first trifecta before the end of your first month. Okay? Inshallah. And then that's 3. That's actually 3. That's actually increasing your goal, right? Did I just mess something up? I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. I just copied it. I'm just moving it over there. Yep. All right, Michael. So that's just my goal, but that's fine. We'll work on goals again soon. Michael, what's your goal?
Well, Before I go into goals, there's actually something that I wanted to mention from something that you mentioned earlier. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, actually, I would love to hear the rest of the belt story, which we missed.
Yeah. So basically, going back to that now, the black belt for us is the 6A2-3, right? So your black belt is a 6A2-3. My black belt would be a 6A2-3. You know, that's the upper rank that after those many years of practice, you achieve that black belt rank, people look at you as a master, right? So we can kind of make a comparison there, right? That is the ultimate goal. So in order to get your belt dirty, you have to put in the nitty gritty groundwork to perfect your form, right? So yeah, I don't want to dwell too much on that. There's a few things that I would like to say to complement what you've already said. And to start, and that's to disagree with you respectively, that this is that this is not an income generating activity.
Okay.
Right. And the reason that I'm saying that is there was something that you said earlier when your sister told you that this was a scam, and how it broke your mindset and it hampered you from making a profit.
Yeah.
So this that you're investing in us right now, this is a major, perhaps the most major income generating activity. And I love you.
Indirectly, but yes, inshallah. Absolutely. Why not?
This is the fuel that burns in our engine. This is what keeps us going forward. Second thing is that, when we set our goals, Usain, well, not Usain Bolt, but I'm just going to use Usain Bolt because I don't remember the other guy's name, right? Fastest sprinter in the world, finished a mile under 4 minutes. Before then, people couldn't finish a mile under 4 miles. Sure. After they found out that he did it, now they can finish it in under 4 miles. So my goal,
under 4 minutes, yeah.
So my goal, I'm going to make 6A this year, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Right? That's my goal, right? I don't know how much I'm going to make a month. I don't know. It's going to have to scale and move up, inshallah. But, inshallah, all the money that's coming into the business, I hope to reinvest back into advertising and reach that goal of 6A.
Inshallah.
Third thing, quality content, right? Remember that it's a brand that you're building. So if you're looking online for a good courier service, if they don't have like a nice website, if they don't have nice images, or it's just like, old JavaScript type stuff, you're not going to want to patronize them. You're going to go to somebody who has the nice setup, who has all the gadgets, who has all the technology. So quality content is so important in us gaining the attention, gaining the following, of advertising ourselves to other people. So that goes to the type of memes that you create, and that even goes down to your camera and sound quality, your background, your lighting, So while we can't all put that into practice immediately, that's something that we should all be working towards, investing in perhaps a nice camera, investing in, something that can produce nice sound. And
yes, I know I need to do that.
No, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Inshallah, we'll get there. And
this is why I invested in you, bro, because you're making me get myself better. That's good, man. Inshallah. Go ahead.
The last thing I wanted to say is this is something that I heard recently, and that's a failure. A lot of people have an unhealthy relationship with failure if there's no progress, or if there's no success in their business. But the problem is, failure, you need to have a healthy relationship with it, because you need to fail in order to succeed. You have to learn along the way. Failure once does not mean that this is a total, this is a total flop, right?
Is this a failure, guys? Is this a failure? Would this be a failure right here? I mean, this is probably close to what I made last year.
MashaAllah.
Not a failure?
So I wouldn't consider that a failure. For me, especially with the income that I make, that's not a failure, man.
No, this is a negative sign, bro.
I'm looking at it on my. I'm looking at it on my. Yeah, but that was a lesson.
I didn't put the same filtering on this, but I should have. Let me see if I could do like this.
The way that I look at it, that's a lesson that got you to 4A in a month.
Oh, yeah.
I
mean, all that hustle, all those stuff I did with the ads and stuff, I learned my lesson. I'm like, wow, I need to change my targeting. I have all these leads. I need to become resourceful, right?
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm going to become resourceful, and I'm going to hustle, right? So that's, yeah, I mean, absolutely. It wasn't a failure.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't
So you see, you had a healthy relationship with that, right? You didn't fail.
not from the beginning.
Yeah. You used it to fail forward. So
Yeah.
every time you took on this failure, it's a minor failure, but it's actually a small success because you're failing forward. Every failure for any of us along the way, we want it to be a small success that leads us to our ultimate success.
So don't worry about not making money up front, guys. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Let's say you spend a few $100 in ads, and let's say your first acquisition doesn't even cover that. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's why you have an ad budget. Okay. Eventually, you're gonna have, you're gonna become successful. Eventually, even if you are like, even if it takes you to get 50 sales before you start making a profit, it doesn't matter. Now, I mean, obviously, we need to talk. If that happens, we need to talk. I need to literally do a personal analysis of where I am now financially, so I can kind of help you guys understand the baseline result for my 4A rank and where I am financially, how much money I spent in ads. I'll be happy to share that with you next time whenever I get that done. Inshallah, I will get that done soon. I can look at my genealogy report and take a look and see how much. Actually, I can look at my genealogy report now. I remember it said the last time I looked at it, and that wasn't even up to date because I've been literally throwing up these sales into Enagic like day after day. So the last report I got wasn't up to date. I think it was around $5,000 that I made, and I know I spent let's say close to $3,500 in ads. And then I spent like $11,000 in products. So that means if you count my products, I'm still in the hole, right? If you count my products, but obviously I think I still have a few more sales. So look, let's say I made $6,000 or $7,000, and I spent. So I can tell you for sure I am profitable from the front end sales. I'm no longer actually for a while. I've been profitable from the front end sales, but I'm not even counting the front end sales. I'm not counting these sales. I'm just not going to count it. You know, what's $30 here or there? That's not a big deal. What I mean is like I stopped having to pay for the systems. I have my affiliate referrals. They're paying for my systems. But anyway, just for Enagic purposes, I probably invested, if you count the products, right? But products stand alone. They are valuable in themselves. But let's count them anyway as an investment. $11,000 with products, and let's say $4,000. So say $15,000, right? With ads and products. And if I only made like half of that, so I'm still in the hole. I don't care. I'm sure, for sure, that I'm going to break even pretty soon and become profitable pretty soon. If you don't count the products, you just count ads, then I'm profitable. You know, I'm already profitable. Okay, it depends on how you see it. You know, everything is relative. So don't worry about the money so much, and just make sure that you work on building your business. Okay, guys, just build your business. Put your money back into your ad budget. Please maintain your jobs for a little while longer until you can literally surpass your income. For a good 6 months, you know, and then you can quit your job. You can surpass your income for a good 6 months consistently, then you can quit your job. So, all right, Michael, let's hear your goal. So you said you want to become 6A, so that's 100 sales. Michael, it's 100 sales in a year. How long have you been in it?
I've been in it for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, and then you got 9 leads. How many sales do you think you're going to get before the end of your first month?
That's a tough one. I think I think my goal for my first month is my first sale. That's my goal for my first month. I'm already 2 weeks in, so
let's make it a trifecta sale. All right, same thing for our offer, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted to add, we just got another lead. Alhamdulillah.
Oh, wow. How'd that come?
On Instagram.
On Instagram, man. Mike, you're going to have to do an Instagram training for us? MashaAllah. I'm not even invested in Instagram. Like, I didn't do anything in Instagram.
it's so interesting what the person said too. You know, he said, you know, I love the content that you're putting out. You put out great content. I'd love to collaborate with you. You know, so it goes back to that content, man. You know, your image is brand. You know.
MashaAllah. Very good, very good. Good. I hope you guys surpass me. I hope you do.
Inshallah.
Okay.
And is there any surpassing you, man? I'm your eagle.
You are my direct scale. So
you, man.
technically, you're just gonna push me up. But come on.
Nice try.
Let me tell you. Let me give you a little bit of a secret here. If, for example, Hisham starts to fly, but you don't, okay, then he's only going to push you up. Let's see. But let's say you don't, meaning you don't do it with another person, right? Let's say for example, Hisham were to fly, and he builds his team up, and he gets to be 6A2-3, but you don't have another person who does that, okay? Whereas I put Hisham under you, right? I'm not benefiting from that as much, okay? You see?
Right.
So it's possible for it's possible for that to happen, but I'm okay with that, okay? Because I'm investing in everybody, inshallah, all right? And I want everybody to soar. You know, it'd be great if every single person I bring in becomes like 6A2-3. That'd be super awesome. Right? Then I'd be like 6A, I don't know, 20-4. Right?
You understand that if that happens, like inshallah, by next year we'll be on stage in Japan, right?
Oh yeah, I told my wife. You know, I told her, Brandon Odom is going to Japan. He's going to stand on stage. She's like, "Well, can we go?" I'm like, "Well, next year, inshallah." So yes, we will, inshallah, next year. That's one of my goals. You know. All right, so Rafa, you want to get your first trifecta, inshallah, before the end of the first month, inshallah. Taslima, what about you?
I'm changing diapers at the moment. Can you
All right, tell me, what's your goal though? Changing diapers. You can talk, right?
yes, I can.
We can't see you, so don't worry.
Yeah. My goal, like before Tarek said it, I was thinking 6A within the next year.
You just want to get 6A by the end of the year? Come on, that's it.
I mean, you said you took what, 2 years to get into 4A?
No, for 1 year.
1 year.
Forget about him, Brian. Oh, not Brian Odom. What's his name? Matthew Jang. He did 6A and you know.
He did 6A
I
what?
don't know much. I don't know. I just got into the game, right? So.
How fast did Matthew Jang get into 6A?
He did it in under a year.
Yeah. I mean, there are people who've done it in like 3 months. We're gonna hear, inshallah, if you guys can attend, if you guys can join that Accelerating Abundance group with Christy and Clint Ward. It's in the OAM chat. Go ahead and click it and click join group. Their private or their personal assistant will go ahead and actually approve it. Speaking of which, they have a personal assistant, guys. They're like, I don't know what they did. Maybe they are paying somebody from from another country that is going to be pretty cheap for them. They have started to delegate. One of the things that they said, they delegated from the very beginning. All right, Hisham, what's your goal, man? I know you're like very, very new. What's your goal?
My goal is to be a millionaire. That's
I want to hear a concrete goal with a time limit.
Concrete goal is to reach the 6A.
When?
Before the end of this year. But my question is, what's the perfect way to do that? Like,
first of all, you need to learn how to get leads. Okay. And then you also, guys, let's get to be really, really familiar with the products, okay? And get really familiar with the business plan, okay? It depends on how you want to pitch it, right? Rafael wants to sell products directly, okay? And so, Rafael, you can start doing that, but I can't tell you that's going to work because I haven't done it yet, but I can tell you if that's what you want to do, go for it, man. All right, so we all have some goals. Let me tell you my goal, right? okay, I want to quit my job before the end of the year. So I need to make, I really need to make about $250,000. And how can I do that? Let me just look at this sheet real quick. I've done it before. I've shown it to you on this sheet before, but let me see. If I maintain these statistics, right? And this is already, I know this is going to increase. Let me increase it to about 1,000. To make $250,000, I need to put into more than that. So,
Hey, Ahmed, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think we have a team also meeting in 10 minutes, right?
what time is it? You're right. It's awesome that I've been talking for this long. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm not really sorry. All right, so cost per lead, $3. Leads per acquisition, 100. And I put in $2,000 a month. That's not going to cut it. I'm going to have to put in more. I need to make this go down. I'll need to target way better. If I just put 50, and let's say I'm going to put 70, and that's $250,000 right there. That's $250,000 just for me, not including what you guys are going to do. So hopefully you guys can, if you're all going to meet y'all's goals, heck, if y'all meet y'all's goals, so this is number of acquisitions. Now, huh? What? It's like 5 till 10, or wait, that's oh yeah, 5 till 10, isn't it? No, hey guys, it's they're hold on a second. It's like 5 until 1 here, 9, almost 9 o'clock. Okay, thanks. I'm getting confused. Which time is it? What time is it? Is it 9:58 or is it 10:58?
It's 9:58 Central.
9:58 Central. That's curious because my computer is usually on Eastern time. Let me look at my phone. Yeah, it is 9:58 Central, so that's fine. They're going to start their meeting in like 2 minutes, inshallah. But yeah, this is how I can do it, you know. I can do that. If you guys all meet y'all's goals, I mean, I'm sure that I can meet mine. So I think my goal is to like help y'all meet y'all's goals, pretty much. And I just need to make some more, to continue making more sales. So I don't necessarily have to put in $5,000 a month, you know. But if I do, I mean, and if I'm making these metrics, I'm going to do it, guys. $5,000. If I'm going to put $5,000 a month, you guys have to understand. If that's what it takes to get your goal, do it. Put in $5,000 a month in your ads. Okay. All right. So with that said, I'm going to share the super secret tactic really quickly, and then I'm going to probably share it in more depth once I talk to Faisal. But the super secret tactic for offline selling, I heard it from a guy who said he did it and he made 5A in 3 months. He went to home builder centers and he sold them a machine and told them how they could actually sell the machine as an appliance in your home. And they can hide, or rather they can include the cost of the machine in the cost of the mortgage for their new home buyers, just like a washing machine or a microwave or a refrigerator. And so he sold one machine to those home builder centers, and they had been selling those machines, both the K8 or the SD501 and the Anespa, to the new home buyers, and they just put it as part of their mortgage. So they don't have to worry about financing; they're just paying their mortgage. Okay, just like all the rest of the appliances that come with the home, and then that's all he did. One sale to those centers, and they are selling the rest. So that's the super secret tip that I think all of us need to invest some time and energy in trying. And I told Faisal the other day, Faisal, he's a civil engineer, and he's into real estate. So he has connections on both the real estate side and the building side. And so I said, dude, go and through all your connections, make a list and start calling them and letting them know you want to come in and you have an offer for them. And then go and meet them, dress nicely, go meet them, show them the machine, show them the Kangen demo, and then show them the comp plan. I'm telling you this from a guy who said he's done it. This is all he did. He showed them the Kangen demo, and he showed them the comp plan, and told them how they could hide it or rather encapsulate it as a part of the home price. And so it's easy for them to sell. And that comp plan, guys, people can see this. And they can see how they can make millions of dollars, you know. Then literally that comp plan can sell them. All right, with that, I'm going to close the meeting because we've been for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. I'm losing track of time. And we got to jump into the Team Awesome meeting. And we'll see if they set the link out, okay? So thank you for joining. You're awesome. Hopefully you can join the Team Awesome meeting. And we'll talk about your ads off, and inshallah we'll talk about that another meeting, okay? You can just send me some screenshots or whatever. Send me some points you want me to look at. I actually have access to stuff, right? I can look at it. All right? All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Assalamu alaikum.
So